Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hardly Heroes. How are my two favorite players in the world doing today?
Favorites today. I'm doing good.
Fickle. Yeah.
Not much has happened since yesterday.
Yeah, it hasn't been a long time, has it?
Yesterday's session went well, though. Better than I could have ever imagined, I'll be honest.
Well, as the pendulum swings one way, it only creates momentum to go back the other way.
Pendulum spelled really weird. Just want to put that out there.
Oh, sorry.
Pendulum?
I would think it's spelled with a J, but it's pendulum.
No, pendulum.
Yeah.
Neil, just before you get carried away in your own little logic there,
Oh, yeah.
the pendulum swung against us when the heist went wrong.
Yeah.
And we didn't escape and we almost died. So
We're mid.
where
we're
we are now,
mid-swing.
the pendulum's already swung back, okay? So don't get any. I'm just making sure you understand
We're
where
coming up.
the kinetic energy is, stored.
Got it. It's still headed in the positive direction.
And if anything, there's momentum in the positive direction, yeah.
Oh, that's
We're
great.
about to peak.
Yeah, we're about to peak, yeah.
All right. So you've been laying low in one of the Demon Slayer inns, one of the inns in Demon Slayer territory, not necessarily one of, like, it's not owned by them, but it's, within their area. Keeping a low profile.
We've been chatting, so let's have a conversation about our next moves here. And we can imagine that this conversation is held one night near the end of our stay when we've braved the inn one evening. We've come downstairs from our rooms, having a little conversation about what we're going to say to Angus. Because my concern, Pigeon, is that we're going to go in there with no leverage. He's going to be sat on his throne, on his dais, pretending to be tall like a real person. And we're going to say, okay, this is what we've got. We robbed the crypt. We give our reasons why it's not more. And he'll say, well, you stole 2,500 gold plus from me. This isn't worth that.
Well, I say we give him the gems as well. Some of them. We got 4. They're each worth around 500 gold. We add that to the pile.
But they're the gems that we stole off him in the first place, or no? Equivalently.
He's not going to fucking know.
No, but I don't mean that. I just mean, we got one over on him. We don't want to have to give him back all the shit we stole. What if there's...
Well, we can do so much with our friends. Think about if we had Steel Team 6 for that robbery against the fucking noble lady. Think of where we would have been. We would have had it all. We could have actually killed them all and had the whole fucking keep, man.
We wouldn't have needed to kill anyone. We would have been in and out. Eraser would have been in the party, chatting up the lady. She never would have come back to the keep in the first place anyway. We would have had...
What I'm saying is...
You're right, okay.
We turn them in and we get our gang back, and now we know what we're really cooking.
What do you mean we're cooking?
Well, our skills. We can go out there again. Just do it again.
There's nothing out there. Do you not remember? We just had this conversation on the way back here. They've got no fucking money out there in the countryside. The money's here.
Kinda, I guess. Yeah, the money is here.
The thing is, though, people here are savvy. People out there, they're fucking stupid. You take them for mugs. It's easy. So maybe it's easier to rob the people out there, but it's not as lucrative.
Everybody in here is on guard. Out there, they're just letting you fuck them.
I'd say who is on guard is Angus.
But he doesn't know we're here. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. We've got something on him, even if he doesn't realize it. What could we do with that element of surprise?
I got an idea. We could go break Steel Team 6 out and then show up to Angus with them and then give him the stuff as a show of goodwill.
We'd have to find out whether we're being held, but I don't suppose... I'm not totally against the idea. What does Angus value?
Family?
Do we know he values family? He probably does. He's a dwarf.
He's in a temple of Sayor with
Crafting.
all of his people are from Copper Hill.
If we had a wizard or something, we could threaten to blow up his temple. I'd be really upset with that. What if we... What's his temple made out of, Neil?
Stone.
Stone?
What's it like on the inside? Would it burn well? Is there lots of tapestries and...
Yeah, well, just like Notre Dame, it's mostly made of stone, but in order to put it together, you have lots of wood that is here or there, and, everything burns.
Could we somehow threaten to light his temple on fire?
I think it's 2 of us versus a whole gang. I think you're jumping the gun a little bit here. We are kind of the bitches that need to submit to him and get our friends back.
So what, we just walk in there totally at his mercy?
Yes!
He's not just going to give us what we want.
But he's not just going to kill us. We're useful. We can even show him the letters and say, you know, we robbed a noble. We can be useful to you. Even if I think he'd give us Steel Team 6 back and we could work for the Copperheads for a bit to pay off our debt. They probably have leads for us too.
Oh, now you
And then
want to join
when
the
in
Copperheads?
No, but in the future, when they get their guard down, then we fucking get them.
That's what you said about a racer.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, but then, you know, then you were chatting up the Demon Slayers, and then before that, the Pitmen. I suppose the one thing we can't agree is the Redcoats are fuckers.
Hate the Redcoats.
Yeah, there's no mercy for them.
It's better to be a friend than an enemy.
Is there
I'm just
any
saying.
information that you want that would help you make decisions?
Why do
You
you
can
more
get
information
information.
about Angus would be useful? If we would, I think it would be nice to go into that meeting with some leverage over him, something that he values, some person that he values, a threat over something that he covets, just anything to say, like, because what happened last time is we walked in there under an agreement of mutual respect, and he completely betrayed that and attacked us using his superior numbers and force and forced us to do his bidding. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing stopping him doing that again.
But I think if we go and get leverage, he might give us what we want now, but he's absolutely going to come for us later. I don't think he's someone who just is going to stand idly by and be like, you know what, I really respect him for going and taking my kid or something like that.
But using
did a
your
bad.
path will only ever be in service to him.
We did a bad. Now we have recouped some of that bad. And then we can move forward is the goal. If he doesn't give us our friends back, then I say we start using stick. But we give him one more chance of carrot. Because we really need Steel Team 6 back.
What? Do you think we'd be able to find out where they're being held?
And not say that we're back in the city snooping around? No. Someone will find out that we're here, and then he's going to hear about it, and he's like, they're planning something, fucking kill him. Or I'm done working with him.
You know what they say? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Are we not just making the same mistake again? Trusting this guy's goodwill?
No. If he fucks us again, then we get him. Then we go get his kid.
I drink the end of my beer and put it down thoughtfully. And
We just abide by the agreement.
I consider Pete Pigeon. He's really come into his own these last few months. He's really blossoming into
Huge murderer.
A serial killer, yes, but also someone who can be relied upon to make good decisions. I say, okay, well, we'll try it your way.
Worst case, we have a fight out of there.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. Do you, I look out the window now. What's the sun situation?
It is mid-morning.
You want to go now?
Yeah.
All right. I stand up. I pick up my empty beer glass. I pick up Pigeon's half beer glass. I drink the rest of that, and then I take them over to the bar and put them down.
Bartender
the barman.
smiles at you. Thanks for that.
I give him
No
the
worries.
key to our room back.
Lovely. Lovely.
Nice. That's good. Okay, we head out into the streets. Maybe worth... I assume since we've been back in the city, we've changed our clothes, so we're no longer wearing the peasant clothes that we bought on the road.
Yes, you have your other clothes, which are you know, a little bit bloodstained. Maybe you sent them out to get washed in the 5 days that you were down, or whatever. Your armor is a bit of a question. You haven't been back to your hidey home yet. When you were riding in with the demon slayers, you know, it's not that big of a deal to ride with the demon slayers through town in some armor. That's kind of a big deal, but you had some horses. It was a little bit of a risk. You took it. We hand waved it. You still have it with you. If you start walking around in armor, just the two of you on foot, you might turn some heads. You might get some people who are a little bit gruff towards you, or, you know, put people on high alert. Do you want to bring it?
What do you think, Pigeon?
I think last time we trusted, or we just trusted. I think this time we should trust plus verify and come in our armor. And worst case, we can just be like, you know, we came in from out of town. We wanted to see you immediately. I don't think they know we're here. I don't think they're going to bring it up.
We go straight there. We might get some trouble in the Copperhead territory walking in.
Just tell them to fuck off. We got to go meet with Angus.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, we'll wear our armor and, yeah, like get our clothes washed or get some new clothes or whatever, so we don't look like schmucks. And I'll pull my hood up, I'm wearing a cloak with a hood or whatever. I pull the hood up as we walk through town.
Me too. I look like the guy from Lord of the Rings. Aragorn.
Strider.
Yeah.
With giant eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you roll for hotness, Pigeon?
Looks like Aragorn when he sees the ring.
What did I roll for hotness? I don't have it on my character sheet.
I think it was a 2.
No, it wasn't a 2. That's
Essentially.
impossible.
On 3d6, you rolled a 2?
Yeah, it gets a -1.
I don't remember.
Okay, cool. I'm just saying that Aragorn is a smoke show. And if you want to be a smoke show, you absolutely can be.
No, he can't.
Of course you
No,
can. You
not
can play
this-
whatever
He can't.
character
It's
you
too late.
want.
It's too, yeah. 6 months ago. It's too late for that now. It's a fucking bug-eyed weirdo. We had many hours of roleplay out of that.
But he could be like a hot bug-eye weirdo, right? What's
He
that?
could have a glow up. Okay.
Who's the
I
dude
never
who
roll
played
hotness
Freddie
is what I'm
Mercury?
looking
Doesn't
at.
he have giant eyes?
Who? Sorry.
The guy who played Freddie Mercury in
does
the
have a-
Oh, I don't know his
He's not
name,
a.
but I know you're talking
He's not a
about.
smoke show though. That guy.
Is he not?
Fuck.
I'm so bad at judging men's attractiveness.
Why? Yeah. I mean, let's be fair. I don't think Viggo Mortensen's like that.
I
super
checked the
hot,
wiki.
Yeah, but
No appearance. So I'm
Okay.
gonna roll it.
No, don't roll it, Moo. It ruin the character if you roll a 15. Honestly.
I wouldn't ruin the character. He's just a big-eyed boy. Okay,
he's been growing up. He's maybe been adding some muscle. He's been aging. You know, you can
He's
be a
aged into it.
gangly, awkward-looking teenager, but then like you come into your
his
own.
face has grown into his eyes. It's a bit like Wayne Rooney. He grew into his head.
9
Had a
hotness.
big fucking head.
Below average.
Or what's his name? The guy who does Last Week's Night with John. What's his name? Not Stewart. The other one.
Oh, Oliver?
John Oliver. If you see him from his old Daily Show days, he just looks like a goofball. And then at some point, he learned how to comb his hair and put on a suit, and all of a sudden, he looks
good.
like a distinguished man. Yeah.
Sometimes he can have a glow up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying he can have a glow up, but that's
Sure.
clothes and
Sure.
Demeanor.
Well, we didn't roll a 15. So
No,
we're
he's
all
got a 9, right? He's been in his
You're
awkward,
sick.
gangly phase. He
You'll always be a 6
could
in my eyes.
become a.
there's 6 of my eyes.
All right. So you're walking through the city. We're on our way to the Copperheads. We're on our way to Angus. We're on our way to save Steel Team 6. And we're wearing our armor as we're going through the city. And there's this section between Demon Slayer territory and Temple Guardians territory that's sort of open and not really any gang-controlled area. And same thing between Temple Guardians and Copperheads. This area's always been a little bit dangerous, but you've gotten very good on your encounter rolls for walking around the city so far. Today, your luck has ended. You're going through this territory from Demon Slayers to Temple Guardians. It's not a big area. It's just a few blocks. But as you're going through it, you pass a section, and there's like a whistle. And at first, you hear whistles, you hear dogs barking, you hear people talking, all that. It's not a big deal. You don't think anything of it until a few moments later, when in front of you, some people start stepping out from between alleys, and you find yourself
Hello,
brought
gentlemen.
to the. You not?
I don't see it yet.
I don't see it, no. We gotta regulate, boys.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You see, the situation has somewhat changed. Coming out in front of you and behind you as this whistle, you can tell in retrospect that this was a signal from one person to another people that, like, it's time to do something. A bunch of folks block your way in the street. One guy in the front who was just kind of hanging out on a porch area with some buddies gets up and draws an arming sword. Like, it's actually more of a scimitar. It's kind of curved. Holds it in two hands. Some of his buddies next to him stand to block your way. Coming out from alleyways, a few other folks come and block your path, and doing a look over your shoulder in the far back. Some other ruffians, bandits, brigands, thieves, people just like yourself out to make a little bit of money have blocked off the street you're on. And the guy in the way back with the big sword says, "Well, if we haven't got some lightly fried fish fillets for breakfast over here. Boys, you look like you're carrying a heavy load, and wouldn't it be great if we could just take that burden from you? Why don't you drop all your goods here, and it'll be easy for you to get by in life."
As they come out, the first thing I do is look to my left at this wall next to me to see if it would be climbable.
It would be climbable, yes, but again, if you roll low on your climb check, you climb slowly, and then they might catch you. If you roll high on your climb check, you could maybe get out of there before they can get on you.
Can I, in this moment, I'm an experienced climber, can I make a gauge as to how climbable I think this wall is? I would like to know how low would I have to roll to get up that in one round?
Yeah, give me a perception check. I love that question.
Would it not be a climbing check?
No, because you're just doing you have just a moment to take a quick glance and make an assessment of how easy it would be to climb. So I'm going to give you what the modifiers would be, and that's just a perception check. This is somewhere between. If these buildings were in good condition, and they're not exactly, it would have been like a -8 for a brick wall. But it's not as good as like a rough wall. So it's somewhere between -8 and -2 on your climb check to scamper up this area. Like, there are some protrusions, but they look a little broken.
Every number you beat 21 by, you can climb how far?
You climb your height in a round on a 21, and then twice your height on a 22, 3 times your height on a 23, etc.
And how high is it to the roof?
This is a 3-story building, I believe. Well, let me double check. Do I have 1, 2, 3? Yeah. So there are 3 floors. That makes it about 30 feet to the rooftop. Your height is what, 6 feet?
By 5. Yeah.
You
so
need a 26. Yeah.
And plus 13, so I probably need like an 18 or so to get up in one round. Okay.
Yeah.
As they say that, then I guess I'll say, unless you want your guys filled with holes, I'd reconsider this.
We'll pay you for the passage. No bloodshed.
Just because my arm's tired.
This is an interesting offer. We're gonna see if this guy can gauge your strength. If he understands that he's facing certain death, because he doesn't. He just sees a couple of people with like bloodied clothes, not bloody, but like clothes that have some holes in them that used to be in good shape, wearing some armor. Just a pair of people, and he's got what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minions and himself. Oh no. He looks you up and down, scoffs. Pfft, whatever you have on yourself, we can just take it. So why don't you walk away with your bodies intact? Drop that armor, drop those weapons, put all your valuables down. We'll let you keep your small clothes.
You know, maybe if you'd attacked us in a field where you could all fight us at once, you'd have a chance. But like this, one at a time, You mincemeat. I draw my sword.
Yeah, I'll move ahead of Luther.
You take a step forward.
Well, 1 second. I'm thinking for like mechanic. I'm actually thinking of like a mechanic thing, because if him and I are facing each other like to the back, it's better than people getting back shots on us. So I'm gonna take a step forward and we're gonna kind of fight back to back, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we could stand in the middle of the street probably and stop anyone.
Yeah, I'll step forward and I'm gonna throw a dagger.
Well, let's roll initiative, because you guys go to draw your weapons. It's pretty clear what's happening. Everyone's going to jump into a battle here.
If I throw a throwing dagger, can I get my second attack as a melee?
Yes, but the second attack will come at the end of the round.
Makes sense. What if I ready an attack? Do I get both attacks off when they come in?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just
no, if they're melee attacks. Sorry.
Yeah.
If you're dual wielding daggers and you ready an attack, you get both of them as soon as it triggers. Yes.
Okay. Magic dagger in my right hand, stiletto that I picked up from the noble lady, hoping it's magical maybe, in my left hand, and I'm gonna fight with those.
Okay.
And I'm readying attacks.
You're gonna be readying attacks, sure. You're still gonna need to roll initiative to beat their.
I did.
Perfect. Okay. We are gonna roll this. We're gonna roll them at this, except for this guy who's gonna be re-rolled at a higher initiative because he's got a bigger weapon. Perfect. I just rolled movement for them because they're all rolling at the same, the +3. Okay. Woo! It's a long combat order.
These
those
guys
are
all got shields as well, yeah.
Yeah, they've just got like, crappy little shields, but they're hanging out in their own personal little bandit gang territory. The first person to come up is going to be this guy. And he'll dart forward towards Pigeon, his club in one hand, shield in the other, bringing the club up and down onto Pigeon with a 12 to hit.
Miss.
Whoosh. Pigeon dodges to one side. His buddy comes up with a 16. The club
hit.
Striking you.
Unless he has any minuses.
No, he's got no penalties. Not that I could think of. For a single point of Wait. Club D4? I rolled a D4. I'm thinking club has actually a D6. Hold on. Club. Oh, it's a D4. Yeah. He hits you for 1 point of damage. A wide swing. Glances off your shoulder. Not too serious. Luther, your turn comes along.
I'm just going to ready my attack for when they get close.
Oh, great. These other guys are just chilling. They're letting the people in the front go first. Pigeon, your turn rolls around.
I stab with
Magic
my
dagger.
Magic dagger.
14's a hit. Oh, no, you've already got the 2 in there. Yeah, 12's an easy strike.
For 4?
This is your right hand, so it's on the guy on the right side. 4 will drop him. Takes
Stiletto
the
attack.
dagger.
20.
Excellent blow.
For 3.
Also dropping the guy. Poof, the first 2 bandits go down with barely a bit of fight. These guys are chilling. This one will charge in. Mountain mechanically doesn't have enough room, but he runs in at Luther with a swings his club directly at your face. You miss him. He misses you with a 9. The next bandit is coming over to stand on his fallen friend's body, slashing
awkward
at
for him.
Yeah. I mean, he's
-1.
coming in. He rolls a 2. It's a wild swing with his club, nowhere near you. The other guy, also same thing, comes on over. These guys, they're just wounded. They'll be picked back up shortly. A 4, wild miss, leaving us with...
Don't worry, Nick. The 20s are coming for you.
This guy for Luther. A 7. The clubs are swinging. Luther deftly blocks them with his sword. And I think no one else can quite close. Yeah.
Roll in.
So these guys are just sort of shuffling forward on their area, and the leader kind of shuffles forward. Okay. I think this guy's dead, and this guy's dead. Okay. Bandits. Now, 2 of them are down. They started with 10. It's not quite enough to make a morale check. They're used to getting their hands dirty a little bit. So the one in front of Pigeon is still gonna just bring his club in your direction with a 14. Would have hit you, but your armor absorbs the blow. Person on Luther behind you rolls a 12. Same thing. Almost would get you, but that one-handed fighting style plus the armor keeps it at bay. Luther, your turn comes around.
Get him, Nick.
20.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Damage.
Guy on the top or the bottom?
Top.
Top. All right. -2 actually almost gets the dude, but not quite. Guy in the back isn't going yet. Guy who's taken 2 points of damage. Now, this is where the morale checks come into play, because he is maybe not super excited about taking too much more damage today. Where's our button? He wants a 9 or lower. He succeeds. All right. He's in the fight still. He brings his club towards you. Natural 1. Fails his saving throw. Finds himself just like awkwardly slipping to the ground, imposing a penalty of 1 to hit next round.
Did you not give me an attack of opportunity?
No, he didn't fail his saving throw that badly. Pigeon.
Here we go. Magic throwing dagger attack. Natural 20.
Critical hit. Double damage.
7.
7. That will do it. You drop another 1. Wow, Pigeon.
And stiletto. 16.
See, you just got to roll well and everything goes your way.
For 4.
Yeah. Pigeon somehow has dropped 4 people over the round. 2 rounds. Now, the people facing Luther can't necessarily see, especially the guys in the back, can't necessarily see the chaos that's happening on the front lines. The boss now, however, it's his turn. And this is maybe not looking as good as he would like.
I did warn him.
Yeah. He sees 4 of his people go down immediately, goes to step forward with his sword, thinks twice about it, and he's not quite going to run because he's still got allies on the backside. So he will move towards this alleyway and start to go down it, dropping him from view.
Cool.
Didn't get him.
Next up this is a dead bandit. This
Next up's new initiative, right?
Bandit. I do believe we're at new initiative. Yeah. Okay. Guy in the back is gonna stay. He doesn't quite take a step forward. He's got a nice exit right here if he needs to, so he's just gonna hold his spot. The next bandit is this wounded one, and he sees his boss go, and that's not a great sign. So he's gonna take another morale check. A 16 is a fail.
Big fail.
It's a big fail.
Big fail.
Yeah. He decides this is not the time. He will disengage, take a couple of steps backward, not quite ready to die for nothing at this point. Pigeon, it's your turn.
I'm going after the guy.
Great. You go to step around the corner, and he is right there with a ready to attack. The moment you get to the corner.
Duck.
He takes his sword swing in your direction.
Wait, does he get a negative for being in a tight corridor with a slashing weapon?
Nope. This is a 5-foot square. Plenty of space. He'll roll a... he will roll a 19 to hit you, Pigeon, as the sword comes in and slashes across your body for 7 damage. Whoosh.
29 minus 7 is 2.
22.
Yeah. Here we go. 2 attacks with my dagger. 16
Hits.
for 5.
Oof.
And then the stiletto hits
Jesus.
for 2.
When did you start rolling well? What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm scared.
Okay.
Call your men off, or we're gonna fucking kill you.
All right. This guy over here. Now, he's seen one of his friends retreat. He saw a bunch of other people go down. He thought his boss had fled, but then Pigeon, runs around the corner and takes a blow across the body. And all of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute. The boss is still here. He just pulled another sneaky, cunning trick. Oh, the boss is so smart. So he runs in for Luther. He He's not quite brave enough just to throw himself on Luther and drag him to the ground, which would be the smart move. So he's just going to make a regular strike with his sword. A 6 with his club. It's a wild miss.
That's tough.
Yeah. The other guy on Luther goes for the club. 13?
Nope.
All right. Bandit Boss. Now, he had ready to attack last round.
So he had to hold it for this round.
So he...
You don't get to attack twice in a round.
Right. So that was his action already. He was just hanging with the readied. Which leaves us with this guy in the back. And finally, Luther.
Come on, Nick.
10's a hit. Actually, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
The shield. 11 AC. Holds your sword, tosses it to the side.
That's not bad.
All right, first one against Luther. It's finally a hit. It's a natural 19. That is a crit.
Mm-hmm.
The 2d4.
I thought we were only critting on 20s.
No, 18 plus
Oh.
and clear by 5.
Okay, we're not doing doubles. Okay.
For a whopping 3 points of damage comes the critical hit. It's not that critical. Next is going to be the guy on top of you. He rolls the second guy up here to roll a natural 1. It's a wild miss. His saving throw is atrocious. He goes to like smash you over the head, but slips on one of these like bad cobblestones that you think is safe, but then it topples forward and there's actually like a pit there. And so he drops to one knee, exposing his back to you. You can make an attack of opportunity with +2 as
Before
he falls.
I kill this guy, you've just reminded me of one of the things that I hate most in the world, and it probably doesn't exist in America, right? It's pouring down with rain. You're wearing a suit. You're going somewhere for work, okay? You're walking, and you step on a cobblestone like you've just described, and it just causes a shitload of water to splash like on your shoe and like on the bottom of your trouser, like so fucking annoying. Okay, let's kill this guy.
That might be an East Coast thing. Out west, we don't have rain. Was that including your +2? That is including his +2. Wow.
Oh, you were already included.
Wow.
Does he get his shield though, Neil?
No.
Yeah, I think he can. He falls to the ground. He like throws his shield desperately up in the air, which barely catches
Remember
your.
that,
High ground. High ground.
Yeah.
No, but high ground Neil because he's on the floor.
That's the +2 is that he's on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Everyone else is sort of back here waiting for an in. Pigeon, your turn comes around.
20
Jesus.
for 4, and then the stiletto comes in with an 11.
No, he definitely knocks that to the side with his fighting style.
You're gonna die.
You're going down first, then I'm gonna take everything you got. That guy can't do anything. Luther, your turn.
No.
Worst
initiative.
luck in the...
No.
No, it's your turn.
You
Oh,
got
that
an
was an
attack
attack
of
of opportunity.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, 16. On the
There
guy
you go.
that I failed to kill before.
18.
Or
Nice.
this guy.
All right. Drop him down.
Finally.
And the bandit boss will take his first swing against you, Pigeon, with a 7 and
Miss.
his second attack because it's the end of the round. With a natural 20 modified to something that I'm sure is a crit.
Probably.
With a 3 plus 8 plus 2 is a 13 on the damage.
Okay.
Now you
at
surrender
9.
before I cut you to pieces, he
Time to get
says.
healing again before we go to
I
Angus.
guess. We really need to get a cleric or something. It's so fucking annoying.
Okay. The initiative order. This guy in the back. He's, the battle's not going great, but it's also not going super poorly. There's finally room for him to move up and fight. I don't know if he wants to. No, he's going to chill. He's going to let someone who's closer to the front lines handle the situation, leaving Luther with the next round. Beautiful hit.
7.
Instant down.
Die. I let out a roar. Come on then.
Yeah, the roar, the bandits go down. This other guy in the back, he just sees some corpses in front of you, some corpses behind you. Pigeon's clearly fighting back here and is not doing so great, but That doesn't help his situation. And they couldn't get you from behind because you started fighting back to back. He's also going to make a morale check. But that's great. Low is good. Does he have 30 feet to charge you? Oh, no, he has 25 feet. Oh,
Unlucky.
brutal. But he's going to do it. He's going to do the smart thing. He's going to do the brave thing. He's going to put his life on the line for his friends. He's going to try and tackle you, Luther, which does provoke an attack of opportunity.
Oh,
Kill
amazing.
him.
In the face.
Whoosh.
Wait, no
You-
bonuses though, because he's. No.
Wouldn't get shield.
He doesn't get shield. Now, I can't remember the rules that we've been using for this campaign. There are a lot of rules about unarmed attacks and attacks of opportunity.
I think there might be a +2 for attacking someone who's trying an unarmed attack against you. But I could be wrong.
If someone tries to tackle you, the rules in the combat and tactics say you get +4 to hit and damage on your opportunity attack because they're like
Seems
throwing
base.
themselves into you. We
what's
typically
happening.
don't use that because it seems wildly overpowered.
The
and
damage
I-
seems overpowered.
The damage seems
Well-
overpowered, and it's really nice to have tackling as an option because, like, then small numbers of people or weak people can overcome greater foes. But I do
think
think
a
the bonus to
+2.
hit.
Oh, a +4. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think a +4 is fair, and I would even fight for the damage because if you're trying to tackle someone with a fucking sword, you're gonna get stabbed.
Yeah,
If anything, it should be an auto hit. Like really.
yeah. I
but,
think
yeah.
the +4 is too much. I'm not
It's a
quite
lot.
ready to accept that because then also like
We'll
what
take
you've
a
got
+2.
a +4 to hit is fine. +0 to
Oh.
damage is what we're gonna run with.
Okay.
All right, well,
Go ahead.
hit.
Definitely a hit.
5 damage. Die.
He only rolled 3 for HP. He falls.
He impales himself on my sword and slides off it.
I really need a good attack here.
Pigeon, you and the boss go at the same time.
Wait, I think as that guy dies, I've still got my movement. I leap over these bodies to face this guy here.
Wasn't your turn.
I know, but I still got my movement.
Oh, I see what
I
you
just
mean.
feel like, I just want to
Right.
move forward.
He
In
slides off your
terms of, like,
body. You step forward.
I've lost it with these fucking guys now. I'm going into a rage. I'm going to slaughter them.
Got it. Pigeon,
20 for 5.
Ooh. You do 5 points of damage to him.
I missed the
He
second attack.
rolls
Oh my god, this is close, man.
an 8. Not quite enough.
Thank god.
Leaving us with the bandits in the back. These two are going. They're both needing morale checks now. Fail, and the other one is a fail. So this guy that's like out of range of you, he's done. He books it and runs. This guy had already failed his morale check earlier, and as that guy runs, he begins to back up. This guy that's in front of you, he fails his morale check, and he drops his club to the ground and just like takes a knee and puts the shield over his head in a grovel.
Amazing.
Initiative.
Where's, yeah, I just need to find my grovel. There we go. Icon.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
Excellent. So we're going to drop the rest of the bandits out of the order, and it's just the two of you and the bandit boss. He gets 2 attacks this round.
Yep.
Luther, you are first.
I don't think I have the time to look over my shoulder at what
I don't think
Pigeon's
so either.
doing. What I would like to do is kick this guy over and then stab him, Neil, but you're gonna say that's 2 attacks. But I feel like thematically, that's what I would do. He's holding his shield up. It's on his knees. I'd kick him over and then.
That's fine. He's not resisting you. You're not making full combat round actions here. You can give him a shove with a strength check.
Yeah. 34.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
On your back.
No, he topples to the ground, looks up at you. One last word escapes his mouth before your sword plunges into him. It's just a simple mercy.
Would this be a +4?
Yes, he's prone.
21. Oh, 3 damage.
Well,
That's
he
it.
had
He's
1
done.
hit point, so
Yeah.
it's done. The other bandits are fled, leaving
Nice
just
round.
Pigeon.
Seeing Pigeon. Could I walk up here and? Well, I don't want to take Pigeon's attack off him.
Yeah, you can walk up to Pigeon, but I think
guess
you
I'll go
kicked the
here.
guy over and killed him.
Pigeon could move. Pigeon could move over. Well, I was going to say, could I impose myself and take the opportunity attack? But
I think that would have been an
then
action.
Pigeon doesn't.
Yeah.
Then Pigeon,
Let me kill
alright,
this
so-
guy.
Yeah.
14.
Hit.
6.
Oh, boom.
And the
That's
stiletto comes in.
The 6 drops him to the ground.
Fuck yeah.
I'd slice his neck when he's on the ground with the stiletto.
All right. You open him up. The man lays defeated and slain. Just some nameless bandit out in the town who saw someone that he thought might have had money and made a bad gamble for his life and his men's life.
What a bunch of schmucks. Oh shit, they got you. You all right?
Hey, he fucked me up.
I
Can you loot him while I tend to my wounds?
Fuck. Yeah. I go and search this guy's body, and then I'm gonna go through the pockets of all the dead guys.
Yeah.
We don't want to be here too long.
The street that you're on, it's part of the main ring road, but it's like a sketchy section of the main ring road where the walls are a little bit closer in, where there's not sidewalks or nice avenues. The folks here are sort of used to this level of hellish crime. They probably won't, run to some authority to report you, but they sure as hell are staying out of the way.
Which authority?
Yeah. In this section of town, violence like this is just a fact of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't finish off the ones who are bleeding. If somebody wants to help them, they can. I don't kill them. I loot them while they're watching me, like with their blood spurting out of their mouth, wide-eyed as I rifle through their jacket. And like, what if one of them looks slightly more aware? Like, I'm gonna give him like a on the cheek as I stand up from taking his shit. Nice try.
Oh. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bandits plus the bandit leader. We're gonna
He's
roll.
like a 4th level fighter?
Something like
Let's see
that.
if
Third level fighter.
3rd, 4th, yeah.
Yeah. He rolled decently on HP. 2 10s and a
me
2.
Fighters are OP, man.
Wizards are OP.
Well, yeah.
All right. You will find 207 silver on these guys.
It's not bad.
On the bandits. The leader will have 5 silver and 11 gold on him.
Does he have a key on him or anything like that?
Yes. He will have 3 keys on him.
Take them. What do they look like? Is there any markings on them?
Yeah, the keys seem to be of different makes, different manufacturings. One of them has like an octagonal head. One of them has a square head, and the other has a round head. And then the keys are, one of them has like just teeth on one side. One of them has teeth on both sides, and the other is like a weirdly shaped triangular key that has 3 sides to it.
Weird in the way that, like, oh, that must be for a strange chest, or weird as in like somebody's just made it weird.
Someone's just made it weird. Yeah, you don't have like a standard methodology of making things. Each locksmith does their own, what they think is the best way or what they think is the cool way of doing things. So, yeah.
I suppose he's not going to have any identification on him or any, obviously, but like, does he have anything on him that might identify anything about him?
You can rifle through his stuff. He's got a nice scimitar. It's kind of a pretty weapon. You don't see it very often around these parts.
Is that a long sword or a short sword?
It's a scimitar.
Yeah, it's closer to a long sword than a short sword.
So I can't use it with my short sword proficiency.
No, probably not. Yeah, it's much more of a slashing than a stabbing weapon. You could probably sell it for something, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I'll put it in my bag.
Give it to Angus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
It's magical, Angus.
Yeah.
It probably won't fit in your bag, but you could strap it to your side or like hold it over your shoulder or something. Just as a. Yeah. And let's see, a non-zero chance for something else. Ooh. He doesn't have any identifying like documentations or papers, but what he does have is a what do you call it? What's a fancy word for a napkin? Maybe there's not a fancier word for a napkin, but it's a cloth napkin.
Handkerchief?
Yeah, like
handkerchief. Yeah. But it's got a stamp on it, like a wood block stamp on it that has a rooster holding or standing on the lip of a goblet.
Good to know.
Clearly,
Yeah,
this is some
find that.
tavern somewhere in town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I? Well, local history to
Local
know
history?
where the
Yeah,
to know where the tavern is?
absolutely. Yes,
Nice.
you are familiar with the Rooster's Cup.
Nice.
So this is probably, we assume that he's staying at that tavern. This is probably that tavern's key, which has all of his shit, is my guess.
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
Well,
Well,
wanna go to Angus?
I say, holding my fucking wounds.
Well, I mean, I feel okay, but I'm not sure.
I don't think anything bad's gonna happen. I think we're all right.
Well, we can't fight him anyway, but
Yeah.
try not to look weak.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
act like I'm very strong.
Where is the Rooster's Cup, Neil? Can I get a mark on the map?
yeah, let's bring up the map again. The Rooster's Cup is it sits actually inside of Temple Guardian territory. It's like right over here-ish.
Should we go and visit on the way?
Sure. I mean, we have keys, right? We're just gonna go right
Yeah.
upstairs. No one will say anything probably because no one cares. Sure, we go try it.
Sure. You guys can make your way down the street. Once you're, a couple blocks down, you hit that that slight turn, start heading up the other area. No one in this place knows that you've just been in a fight, other than the fact that every now and then when Pigeon steps, a small drop of blood comes from his clothes and hits the ground. Thinking to yourself that you've just had these cleaned. They've just been... Ugh.
I want to be able to describe the guy's face.
The bandit leader?
Yeah.
Totally, yeah. You just looted his body. You've got a pretty good idea of what he looks
Yeah.
like.
So I know that you said not to tell anyone, but I'm going to go up to the barkeeper
fine.
inside the Rooster's Cup
Mm-hmm.
and say, looking for a guy, thinks he's a big shot. He's got a short, spiky blonde hair, day old stubble, kind of long face. You know what I'm talking about? Runs a gang.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Is he staying in here?
Well, I'm not looking for any trouble, sir. Animal Mother's not the sort of person I'd like to mess with.
Well, you don't need to worry about him anymore. Just attacked me in the middle of the street. I'm afraid he's dying very slowly in an alleyway out there. But
All of his stuff belongs to us now. We're just here to get it.
I put his keys on the table and say, I assume these are for a room in here, and I'd like to go and claim my justice.
He takes
And I
the
hand him 3 gold coins.
All right. He will grab the rounded key and says, "This is to his room," and he points to a staircase at the back of the bar. Up there, 4th door on the right.
Thank you, sir.
I
Come on,
don't
Richard.
know these other ones though.
He's probably
Also,
so happy we brought his key back.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'll bring him the key back on the way down.
What do you
Hopefully
gotta
it's a
say,
chest.
guy?
We have a happy hour special. 2 copper off all beers, starting in an hour.
All right.
So it's good information to know.
I checked the door for traps, Neil.
Yeah. The Rooster's Cup is a tavern, has a couple of extra rooms that they rent out from time to time, kind of a smallish inn attached to it. This hallway is not very long. There's no one in it at this time. You roll a 1.
I don't think it's trapped. I
Pretty
opened
certain
the
it's
door.
untrapped, yeah.
Yeah, I unlocked the door.
Key goes in, door opens up, and the
Can't
room is a
explain that.
mess, man.
Yeah.
Like the bed sheets are everywhere. There's like a half naked, passed out man in the bed. There's just like food lying on the ground.
There's a guy in here.
Yeah, there's like a half, mostly naked. He's got like the bed sheets pulled over half of his ass. The rest of the ass is hanging out.
Yeah.
There's
Is
like
there
a
like,
knife stuck in the wall.
Is
Someone's
there
been
like a
treating this
half
place.
empty glass of beer or something on the
Yeah,
side cabinet?
there's a couple of old stale beer.
Yeah. So I like grab the guy who's asleep on his front by the shoulder, and I flip him over, and then I grab the beer and throw the beer in his face.
He kind of startles and looks around. His eyes are sunken and sullen.
Eyes on me, buddy.
What? Huh?
Your boyfriend, animal lover, or some shit like that. You got a chest in here or any money?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Under the bed. Under the bed.
Don't make any fucking sudden moves. And I duck down and reach under the bed.
Your boss is already dead. You're gonna need new employment anyways.
You can slide out a chest from underneath the bed.
I try the 2 remaining keys.
The key with the 3 angles on it works just fine. Slides on in, turns the lock, chest pops open, and there is the treasure. The treasure of the gang. The great and mighty rewards.
What's their gang name? The Animal something?
The Rooster Ruffians. But I got the barman said the Animal Lovers, I think, but that can't. It sounded like he was saying that was the name of the guy rather than the name of the gang. It's a weird name. It doesn't say a lot about this fella, does it? In the bed here, he's calling him an animal.
This guy's from Wales.
Yeah, watch your fucking sheep.
All right, I'm gonna just roll good old-fashioned treasure. See what we got.
Oh my god, we could actually get magic items here, Nick. If he rolls one.
No way.
He's rolling treasure, man. That's where the shit is.
If he rolls a magic item, he just won't give it to us.
No, he would. Look at him. He was not like that.
He wouldn't do it. He's too scared.
But there's a lot of different treasure tables. They don't all have magic item options on them.
He's already putting it. See, now
you're
right, Jack. You're right.
Yeah.
You fuckers.
I was trying to manipulate him into giving us a magic item. He'll never do it, sort of thing, in the hope to prove me wrong. It'll work one of these days.
Okay. We're gonna do.
As I kick the chest open, I slide out from under the bed towards Pigeon, and I stand back up. And the guy who's probably crawled up to the side of the bed to sit up, I throw him the napkin, and I say, "Clean yourself up. You smell like fucking stale beer."
He wipes everything down, and then kind of gets to his feet and shifts his weight and says, "So, you looking to take over all of Animal Mother's duties?"
Animal Mother.
Get the fuck out of here.
He scampers out quickly.
Animal Mother.
What a weird name.
Some freaky shit.
What a wacko.
Yeah. Oh, God. I think we did the
We did
city
the world
of
of
favor with
service,
that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You're going to find 40 silver, 11 gold, and 4 platinum in this chest.
So there's one more key.
There is. There's one more key.
I'm going to kind of toss the room and search for the hidden treasure box where all the actual gear is. So, perception check?
Yeah, go ahead.
30.
That's a great search. The room's a fucking mess. You make it more of a mess, and you find no hidden compartments, no secret stashes. Yeah. It's probably just some nameless, shitty gang, and this is all of the treasure they've got, and maybe this other key is a key that they picked up off someone. Maybe it goes to a secret base somewhere. Maybe there's a different stash or hold, but without one of the other gang members, you'd never find it.
I think the video game player in me wants to say keep the key, but I think in reality, who wants to just carry around a load of random keys? So I go down to the bar and I put the keys on the bar, and I say, "Here's the key for the room," and he's got a chest up there. I don't know what this one's for.
Thank you, my lord.
And
thank you.
Beer?
You've done,
I
of
say
course.
Beer? Yeah.
The man just pours you a couple of beers.
Yeah, beer.
One beer. Like a walking beer.
Walk and talk.
You've done a good service to the city. Thank you.
Really? What did you say that guy's name was? Animal Mother?
And that's what he insisted I call him. He thought he was a real badass. Real tough man.
He's tough jumping people in the street, 12v2.
Well, the Temple Guardians do their best to keep the peace, but they're, when someone resists with a lot of violence, they're a little slow to react. Their conversion methods are... They take time.
They aren't what they used to be. You can say it.
Aye, my lord. They ain't what they used to be.
The room's a mess. That wasn't us, by the way.
Yeah, he was a pig.
I'm aware. I've seen the room.
Has he got anywhere else? Do you know any other places he hangs out?
He shakes his head. I try not to see too much, See no evil, hear no evil.
Business. All right.
Did you put all the money on your
take our
character sheet, Nick?
drinks.
Including
Yes.
silver? The 200 or
Yes.
whatever? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We'll drink our beers before heading back out on the street.
Excellent.
Go to Angus.
Bags now laden with a little bit of extra treasure. Pigeon a little wounded. Some of the criminals of this city put down. All in a good day's work.
Do you want to
Heroes.
give us XP for this right now so we
Yes.
don't forget the loot and stuff?
That's a great idea.
We've done our time with the waiting for like resting to get XP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it. I
Yeah.
like the XP immediately. I think it's
I think
nice.
it's probably.
Let's-
Let's try
Let's
it.
try it for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. There were
Okay.
Good
12
idea,
of
Nick.
them.
Good.
Plus the fighter. Let me just get my experience generator over here. 2 average damage is 6.5. He had 3.25 hit dice. And he had 12 AC. Yeah. Divided by 2. Just a simple 640 each.
Not bad.
And then the loot as well.
Oh, right. It was. Can you give me the totals?
I think it was like
206 silver, a few platinum.
yeah.
You would know the rest.
I think
Plus-
it worked out to about 25 gold and 200 silver, something about like more or less.
Yeah, it was like 206 plus 40 in the chest. So that's 246 silver, which is a 24. We'll just round it to 25 gold. Plus he had what's in the dice rolls that I just made?
I think he had 11. He had some gold on him, and then there was 11 gold and 4 platinum in the chest.
Right. Okay, it was 207 plus 5 plus 40. So yeah, 25 here, 11 here, and that would have
It's
been
basically
8
50
here.
gold, I think. Just 100
Yeah, it's
XP.
44 gold. So times 2 divided by 2, you each get 44 experience for the wealth.
So what was the first number?
640, so you're at 684. 684 plus 68. So I'm at 752.
Okay.
Cool. Small amount of treasure.
Yeah.
Moving on. We walk through Temple Guardian territory. We make our way around the corner. We begin to enter. What are they called?
Copperheads.
Copperhead territory.
I want you to tell me the first guy I see who looks like he's a Copperhead guy.
Well, we enter the
Like
streets.
a gang member.
Yeah. And the territory looks like much of the others. It's just another part of the city. Nothing too big going on over here. But right on the edge of Copperhead territory, one of the nice markers of it is the, inn, gambling hall, place of debauchery, whatever you want to call it, called Gold Strike. It's one of the strikers' places. And outside of this area, there are maybe, 20 or so Copperheads. Easy to tell. Lounging around in the middle of the day, not doing so much. You got a couple of people with like signs of office or signs of like rank hanging out in here. And
In there or outside it?
outside, these are the people
Yeah.
who are hanging out in like the, what do you call it? Like the beer garden section of this area. Like there's a little
Yeah.
outdoor courtyard and they're hanging out here. And not only do you recognize them and recognize that building as like, yeah, this is definitely Copperhead territory, but they seem to recognize you. Because someone like points in your direction quite openly, and a few people turn, and then there's some nudges, and pretty soon, like the group of
Well, I
people
walk over to them.
outside.
So they look at me, I look at them, and I start to walk over to them.
One of the younger members hops up and gets to the edge. There's like a little fence that runs around the little garden area just to contain it, and leans his elbows on the fence and goes, "Well, Squeal Team 6.
I've had enough shit today without you giving me lip as well, kid. Here's something shiny. Go and tell Angus we're coming to see him."
You should stop by Francine's first.
Why? She got anything left to sell?
I thought you just might want to see your friends. They've been hung out to dry."
What?
He smiles
I,
at you.
I take my coin back. And
We need to go
I
to
walk,
Francine's.
I walk away. Yeah. I go to
All right.
Francine's.
It's down the street from where you are. As you walk, not not everybody notices you. Most people don't really, but every now and then you'll see like a couple of folks who are hanging out at a table, sipping some tea or coffee or something like that, and like they'll nudge each other and point in your direction. And you can see that you have a certain amount of infamy in this area. People sort of recognize you, maybe just by description. Maybe there's people that you've seen or known at different points in your life. Maybe people have been talking, you know, but the two of you, the pair of you, seem to be recognized by like a lot of folks in this part of town.
I guess it's like known now that we probably killed Mickey. Right? The locksmith guy. We told enough people about that's probably got back to them now. So fair enough.
Yeah. Well, you pass New Hill, the big old church, the temple where you talk to Angus. Francine's is just down the street and on the other side. And as you get towards Francine's emporium, her imports and exports spot, you see some, what do you call it? What is the term? Pillories.
No.
You see
That's
some
crazy.
pillories, and in it are your four friends. They just got their heads and hands hanging out.
Oh, they're not dead though.
No, they're alive.
Like in cages.
Oh,
No,
okay,
it's
that's fine. I don't care.
those wooden stalls where you have to like lean over with your head and hands sticking through the things, and you just like hang out in the public street.
Wait,
but they're
just
covered
before
in.
we go into that, in York Cathedral, Neil, I know I keep telling you about York.
Yeah.
At the top of the cathedral, there's like 2 cages up there where they used to just fucking put people up there and leave them to die in the good old days. Back before the country was too soft on crime, you know. Nowadays, just send them to prison. It's like a fucking going to camp or something.
I thought they killed him. Fuck, thank God.
Yeah.
No,
I
they
thought
didn't kill
killed
them. No. See, it's not his plan. Killing them, that doesn't do anything. But this.
Was there anyone guarding them?
No, there's literally, I mean, there's people around. There are copperheads around. This is right outside of Francine's. Francine's has guards in it, definitely, and probably on the outside. You know, you don't need guards in this situation.
I
but your
think
4 friends
it would be
are lined up.
embarrassing for a racer for us to see him like this. So I just think we should just turn around. Knowing that they're now still alive, we should go to New Hill to see
You
Angus.
think so? I feel like a racer would be laughing about it.
Laughing?
I feel like they'd be like, you're here to save us, finally. Been on these things for weeks, but you know, I don't care.
Yeah, no, I think we turn around. I'm kind of fuming that they do this, but...
Well, when they said go see your friends hanging at Francine's, Pigeon is...
Oh my God, I'm so relieved.
Yeah, I thought they were dead.
Let's go give this shit to Angus.
Yeah. Let's get a move on. So
you know
we turn
that-
around as soon as we see that they're alive.
Angus is one of the smelter clans, right? And so their estates are actually, you're coming from the south side. Their places are, more over here. New Hill is right behind you. So you can either walk past these guys and try and head to one of these smelter areas, or you can go to the New Hill area. Like, how do you want to find Angus?
Well, that's why I wanted to get someone to go and get him for me, basically. So I think I'll probably do the same thing. I go up to I catch someone side-eyeing me and know pretty easily that they're a member of the gang.
Yeah.
And they know who I am.
Yeah.
So I'm going to walk over, preferably someone on their own, so they're not feeling too fucking cocky.
You're gonna have a hard time finding someone who's not hanging out with a friend. They usually travel in packs.
Well, yeah, if it's 1 or 2, but not like a group of 20 like before.
Sure. Yeah, you can find 2 people.
Yeah.
For clarity, are you walking past Francine so that your friends will see you, or are you headed back the other way so they won't see you?
I'd rather them not see us, yeah.
Perfect. All right. You just head back down the road. Your 4 team members aren't aware that you've seen them yet. You find a couple of folks hanging out, those people that were sipping coffee and nudged each other as you walk past, and the 2 of you start walking towards them. They don't get up from their seat. They stay composed.
Yeah. I go up to their table. I look left, I look right. Does the guy have coffee on the table, yeah?
Yeah, he's got a little mug, little tiny mini mug.
I take it and drink his coffee and put it back down, and I say, you know who I am, right? I'm here to see Angus. And he'll get him for me, and then I'll hand him a coin.
He gets up with his buddy, straightens his shirt a little bit. Well, looks like your time to pay your debts has come. Why don't you wait right here? Be back in a few hours.
I take his seat.
The two of them will get up and they'll head down the street. You can watch as they walk past Francine's, because it's just down the street from you. And one of them will pick up some like wilted lettuce that's lying on the ground and just toss it in the direction of Sierra, and it like lands on the side of Sierra's head.
It's gotta be tough for Sierra. He likes to dress well.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll be all right. We're getting them out, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Well, now you're parked in the middle of Copperhead territory. Your friends in pillories nearby.
I want you to understand the aura I'm giving out. I'm relaxed, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaned back in my chair. I've got my arm over here. I'm ordering drinks. I'm nonplussed with the people staring at us.
Yeah. You order some drinks. They'll bring you coffee. They'll bring you tea, whatever it is. A couple of folks in the streets. Some other the Copperhead gang members are over there. They'll nudge each other and move a little
Bring me
closer.
drinks.
Really?
Yeah, Pigeon doesn't drink their things.
Okay.
I don't feel like getting poisoned here.
You'll see that at a respectful distance, hundreds of feet, let's call it. Couple of those other Copperhead folks show up to just see what's going on, keep an eye out. It doesn't look like they're creating a mob to come and like attack you all at once, but it does look like you've gathered the interest of these lower ranking members, and they just want to come by and see the show. Like, what's going to happen? Like, let's watch as this goes down. And so over the time that it takes for these guys to go get Angus and return to you, you know, you end up with maybe 30 people scattered hundreds of feet away from you, watching. Clearly, you know, somewhat surrounded. Lots
Seems
of
like
eyes on you.
Copperheads don't have much work if everybody's just standing around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, an hour passes. Takes a while to organize these things. And the two guys that you had interrupted come on back. One of them says, "Boss is ready to meet you."
All right. Is he in the temple?
Uh-huh.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for the coffee. I stand up and leave this guy.
Right.
He's not important to us at all. He's just a loser.
He's just a loser. Just one
He's like
of many.
He's one step above, like, the guys at at Rusty's Hook trying to. In fact, he's basically just that. He's not even a real guy. He's just.
You just paid him to go be a messenger.
You know, we're big time, not like these fuckers.
Mm-hmm. Give me just one moment. I'm gonna actually grab a drink of water as well.
Sweet.
Okay, we're doing a break.
We're doing a break. We're doing a break.
Quick little break.
We're doing a little break.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hardly Heroes. You've just been visited at your little coffee stand by a guy saying that at New Hill, Angus is ready to talk.
All right.
He's ready to talk. Well, I'm ready to show.
Pulls out penis.
Let's go.
Doesn't really.
I'm done with that shit now.
All right.
We're going to get our friends.
We go to New Hill. It's just down the street. I mean, you can see it from here. They must have entered in through a back door or something. But you get up. You walk on over. You step in through the big cathedral, up the steps, through the doors, past the big vat probably filled with holy water or something, and you look down that long hall with the carpets and the pews and the candles and the stairs and the huge statue of Sayer in the back with the candelabras around it, and you know the rankings and trappings of power and wealth and prestige. And there is the dwarf atop the dais, flanked by 20
Pussy.
of his men.
Oh, mega pussy.
Yep.
Huge pussy, but I don't say that.
Hello, sir.
We walk in.
Looking fine
Angus.
today.
Long time no see.
Yeah. So you guys can stand side by side because you're not in combat positions. Well, if it isn't the two lost sheep, you got my money? Are you ready to pay your restitution?
We got some stuff for you.
Remind me, Angus. You wanted us to go and loot the tomb of Count Vicious, right? That was his name?
And here you are, having looted the tomb of Count Vicious and brought back all the wealth to pay me
We've
back.
got some wealth for you, Angus. But first of all, I think you need to have a think about your sources, because Count Vicious, he's not buried in fortune. That motherfucker's not buried anywhere. The new lord over there, Kel William Marshall, burns his corpse on the walls of the city.
So you've come back to tell me that you haven't done the thing I sent you to do.
Oh.
Well, I've come to tell you that the thing you sent us to do was impossible. It doesn't exist. But because we're men of our words, and, you know, we're not going to leave empty-handed, we broke our way into the mesa below Fortune. We made our way to Vicious's family crypt, and we looted the bodies that were there. But it wasn't the crypt of Count Vicious himself. Like I said, this guy doesn't have a crypt. But we've got some jewels, some
I'll
gems.
go up there and I'll empty my
some
backpack
jewelry.
onto his dais.
Yeah, so he's like 5 feet above you.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
then
like
he's,
walk over.
Yeah, as soon as you start to walk to that side, you know, the people come and block your route.
I'll hand him the bag then, you know.
Sure. This
what-
person
what
will
it-
open the bag
exactly
and look
you
in
were
it
looking for,
and hand it over.
because there is no crypt. So why did you send us out there? You got bad information?
Hey, don't
Just
piss
didn't
him
think-
off.
Didn't think about it too much?
What I'm hearing is that you can't perform a simple deed. That the real power behind Steel Team 6 is those 4 men out there locked up in those pillories.
That's fine.
And when the 2 of you are left to your own devices, you're just like farts in the wind.
We're just idiots, sir.
I think maybe you've got wax in your ears, dwarf.
Yeah.
We did what you asked. I went above and beyond. You asked him for something that doesn't exist.
He looks out, no longer talking to you. You see what I mean, men? You see what it is outside the good old Copper Hill. All of this fancy lords, fancy people, little nobodies hoping to be fancy people. I can't get nothing straight. If I'd sent any of you lot out there, you'd come back with all the riches, 'cause you're good, hard, salt of the earth workers.
See what he's doing.
Not like these buffoons. He takes a look at the bag that you've given him, dumps it out on the dais, just like you were going to. Kind of pushes his hand through a few things and goes, "This ain't nearly what you took from me. And you don't get your men back till I've had my restitution. Not till I've been paid back in full. Not till you've apologized yourself to Francine. Not till you've kissed my ring in front of all my people will I set your men free. But I'm a good man. I'm an honest man, an honest dwarf. You make things right. You make your apologies. You show the proper deference to your betters. We'll let your men go. No
Yes, my
harm.
lord. Yes, my lord.
Good lad, Pigeon. Good lad.
Thing is, Angus, that wasn't the deal we had. You told us to go and loot the crypt of Count Vicious, and you let our friends go. Now, I'm willing to make some nice comments to you and Francine, show a bit of deference, maybe some apologies, but I'm not going to be led around on a merry goose chase again. You're taking the piss now. The first time we came here under a fair agreement, and you came here and ambushed us and captured our friends and sent us off on a wild goose chase with bad information. We still came through risking our lives, and we've brought you back more than what you sent us for. That's worth something. I thought dwarves were people of their word, not charlatans.
Don't you go slandering my whole race. Listen up, laddie. I gave you a good, tempting target. Count Vicious is a man of means, wealth, prosperity. That was a good score. And you fucked it up. You failed. And now you're coming saying, oh, there was no score to be made. I hear nothing but excuses from you.
You lot listening to this? I say, looking around the crowd. This who you work for? Someone who denies objective reality?
Shut the fuck up. You're fucking this up. So hard.
The crowd around you is not sympathetic to you, surprisingly.
They boo you.
Well, they
Boo.
sting.
Down with that sort of thing.
Yeah, they kind of just stay at the ready, in case action happens, in case they're called to fight or, whatever's going on. They're not drawing weapons, but they're here.
Jokes aside, Angus, if you've got another score to point us at, I'll gladly go and succeed at that as well. But you got to show us some goodwill here. We had a deal. You let our friends go, and we'll do another job for you. As a group, we work best that way. You said it yourself.
I'm just gonna let your boys off the hook. You can rob from us, you can make my men shit their pants in the street, and we'll just let you go on promises and fancy words. I don't think so. You fuck this one up, you go find your own score. I don't want to come and tell you to go rob the queen and you come back and be like, oh, there is no queen anymore. You get the money back, you kiss the ring, you apologize to Francine. All's forgiven.
How much do we owe you?
First off, if your men shit their breeches at the first sign of danger, that's not my problem.
Bev was poisoned!
Oh, a likely story.
Oh,
I've drunk worse than that in some of the taverns around this shithole.
Because we might be able to pay him back with these gems. I have no idea how much we owe him.
God damn it. I really don't want to pay him back.
Well, just pay him and then we can steal from him later.
Okay, here we go. Francine.
It's such a bitch move.
5,000 gold, 1,200 platinum, 24 gems, 3 potions, and 3,000 copper.
Sure, but he doesn't know all that, right?
Yeah, so he will tell you 12,500 gold is what you owe.
What's that worth?
He looks around. I told you these ones was daft. 12,500 gold. That's what it's worth.
Oh, great. So we're even.
Stuff in front of you is worth 12,500 gold, then we're even.
He swipes it across the table, letting it scatter on the ground before you.
What? I'm confused, sir.
I say to Pigeon quietly, he's not interested in us paying this debt.
Now you go find my money. You go find what you
these guys
took.
are
You
done.
find the wealth you've robbed from my hard-working men and women. And then we'll let you go.
Nope, we're breaking our men out.
He looks
All right, we'll leave.
smug up there. Like, this is exactly what he wanted. Like, he wanted an opportunity to lord himself over the people of Stromheim and, like, portray himself as a great man to his followers, to his people.
Luckily, no one's buying it apart from Pigeon, apparently.
No, Pigeon's not buying it. He just wants to get his friends back.
Yeah.
But now it's over. We're done.
All right.
We're gonna go work with another gang and start a gang war.
All right. You guys can exit.
So we just leave, yeah.
They don't stop you. They let you go. People will follow you out the door as kind of like a precaution, as a security measure to make sure you're not like about to go stab someone in the back right immediately.
Yeah. Okay.
And they'll escort you to the edge of their territory.
Yeah, we go to the edge of as we walk back into the area where we killed those guys earlier. I think we go to the Rooster's Cup for a chat. Since we've got some goodwill in there now.
All
and
right.
I say to Pigeon when we sit down, I say, we need to get eyes on the boys and see what the situation is like
We can
at
hire
night.
some kids from Rusty Hook.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let's get some eyes on there. We'll watch them for a few days, see what the situation is, and work out the best time to get them out.
Well, we need to
And
talk
I
to the
say-
pitmen about the notes.
The notes, yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's something in it. But I say when we get them out, we leave town and we head to Copper Hill. Because this Angus has got something coming his way.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll have a few drinks here. And then I think we head back to Rusty's Hook and our house that evening.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we're back in town.
Let's go check our house out,
Yeah, I think we need eyes on the group and see what the situation is there. And I think we also want to get some people looking into Angus, who his family are, who are people he cares about, who's in Copper Hill that we could target.
Nice.
Because I'm done playing around with this guy now.
He had his chance.
He had his chance to
He's
be
done.
fair. That was, like there was not even an ounce of trying to meet us in the middle there. Like you said, he was just trying to lord it over us. So, so
He's
fuck
done.
him.
Yeah, he's here just to secure his position. You guys don't matter to him. He's not trying to be fair to you. He's trying to get every last bit for himself, whatever that takes, whatever that looks like.
Yeah,
He's
and
done.
he'll kill us at the end as well when he gets his money back, probably.
Yeah.
He's only
Yeah.
keeping them alive as leverage over us.
And
So we
as
need to fight
a,
fire with
what do you
fire.
call it? As a way to show off their power to everyone.
A
He's
show
got
of force,
prisoners,
yeah.
right? This is the warning sign. If you steal from me, we'll lock you up in front of everyone and just like
Yeah.
mock you forever, right? This is
So those pillaries, what's the locking situation on them? Like, how would one unlock a pillory?
They are, so there's two methods. Either you could have like an actual metal lock on them, which you could do, but it's usually not necessary. Normally they are like a wedge, a block wedge is put into them, and then you would just get like a, what do you call it, a metal wedge and a hammer and just knock the block out. The wedge is in there tight enough that like the expansion of it makes it hard to open the pillory, and it'd be basically impossible to do it. But it would just be a hammer and a wedge, and you tap, 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 and it pops out. It's just a pressure mechanic usually.
Do I know from living in that area what the situation with those specific pillaries are?
They looked brand new, like they were erected for this purpose. Yeah.
Okay. And we couldn't tell from where we were.
Yeah, Francine's doesn't normally have pillaries out in front of it. This looks like it was a...
Well, we got to look at it, is what I'm saying. We couldn't tell from looking at it how it locked.
Yeah, we weren't close to it at
ooh,
all.
Right.
Yeah,
Give
yeah, we
me
weren't that
perception
close.
checks at -8.
Here you go.
Moot. Come on, Moot.
No.
Okay.
You would
Alright.
have to get closer to get a good look.
I got a question. Can we get XP for the realized
Hmm.
loot that we just gave in?
It's
So
not
we don't
real.
forget.
We didn't get anything for it, though.
Yeah,
Sure,
there's no
but
loot.
then we'll
I
never get
will
anything for it,
do...
right?
Well, no, we just
You
gave it
did your
away.
quest. You ran around the Golden Sea. You went to Fortune. You came back. You delivered the message, and then you got rejected. But that's still progress on our storyline here, our quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's do. Okay. So the quest that you're getting experience for is finding out that Count Vicious doesn't have a corpse. He was burned along with the rest of his family, and then returning and facing someone down and having a confrontation. That's not enough level to. That's not enough things to level a first level fighter. It's probably a quarter of a level for a first level fighter to do all that stuff. So 500 divided by 2 would be 250 each.
Okay.
Some just simple questing experience. What did we want to do in the Rooster's Cup, or was that just a quick stop?
I think we
Just
just,
a
yeah,
quick
that was just
combo,
a
yeah, that was
stop.
it.
Yeah, it's a chat.
Cool. Yeah, great.
And now we're gonna go and check out our home and buy
I think we-
people to.
Well, we'll do that the next day, I guess. It's probably getting close to late after
We would
were
just go
waiting
stay
around.
home, right?
Your home is
Yeah, that's what I'm
still
saying. Yeah, yeah.
under
Yeah, yeah, we
construction
could.
by dwarves. It's fucking everywhere.
Oh, right. We were
All
staying
night
in
and all
Redcoat
day.
territory. Well, let's stay at the Rooster's Cup then.
Sure, we can stay at the Rooster Cup.
We're here.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent. We power down in the Rooster's Cup, thinking about all the things we could do to this guy, thinking about all the ways we could handle this situation. How are we going to handle this situation?
Well, we need information first, don't we?
We gotta
Mm-hmm.
go break them out.
Yeah, we got to break them out, and then we've got to go and get some leverage over Angus. Yeah, so we'll hire some kids in Rusty's Hook to do the watching of the pillaries, and then do you think it's worth speaking to Grom and letting him know that we've got beef with Angus, or do you think that might cause us trouble?
We gotta go and talk to the pitmen about
Yeah.
a myriad of things. Yeah. We also need to see how our house is doing and make sure no one's like taking it over. We haven't been
Yeah.
here in a month.
Yeah. Well, we'll do that tomorrow.
All right. You rest for the night.
Yep.
Dreaming bitter thoughts. Now, as we're resting, as we're taking some downtime, I want to check in on our characters here. This Angus guy, he's a real dick, right?
Yes.
He's not a he's a douche, but he
Yeah, he's a
also
piece of shit.
he's a piece of shit. Yeah, but he also, he could have killed your friends. He could have killed you potentially in a couple of situations. He's clearly not after blood. Is that something that is maybe if you have personal grudges against him, but like professional respect for, or is
No.
this a sign of weakness? Like what?
No,
what do
because
you
I think
about his
any
strategy?
professional respect, he wouldn't have lured us to his temple under false pretenses and then ambushed us.
Mm-hmm.
That's the opposite of, like, you know, if you organize a sit down with a rival gang, the assumption is that there's not going to be fucking violence there. So that's number one.
Right.
You know, and number two, I don't think that he's not killing us out of some sense of like fair play. I think he just wants more out of us. He wants to lord it over us for long enough. And if it came to a point where we had nothing else to offer him, he'd kill us in a heartbeat.
Okay. So he's just... How would you define that?
He's a scumbag. He's a fucking piece of shit, murdering, lying.
He hasn't murdered anyone, though. Showboating he's done a shit ton of.
This guy's a loser, and he needs
He's
to
a
die.
murderer. For sure, he's a murderer.
He's got to go.
He's got to go.
Yeah, I think he's just like... He's the worst, you know?
He's only one of 3 Copperhead leaders, though. If you get rid of this guy, isn't it going to cause, like, the rest of the Copperheads to come after you? Isn't that going to get you, you know, put a target on your back?
I don't know, is it, though? Because I think the other Copperheads are going to know that he took the piss with us. And he kind of got what was coming to him.
I think we could probably just survive in Pitman territory and just not go over to that side of town and probably be pretty okay. I think the first step is to get our friends out and then...
But we've got a reputation to uphold. We can't be taken for fucking schmucks that can be 100%. Bullied by these guys.
We're going to get someone in their family.
You just started building a reputation. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like when Angus dies, there'll be floods of Copperheads, you know, crying in the fucking aisles because they're so upset. There'll be someone else looking to take over the power vacuum. They'll be happy to see this fucking guy dead. I mean, if he's like this with us, what's he like with them?
We might need to find an up-and-coming Copperhead who's like on the cusp of Angus's job and work with them.
That's a good idea.
That's the goal.
That would be hard to make a friend in that organization. That'd be difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. The idea that, you know, you kill him, someone else wants that power, that's not unreasonable. But wouldn't they also want to make a show of, like, we can't be pushed around?
Yeah, but if it's known that he's out of order. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you, let's say it's the Italian mafia, okay? And I'm in a rival family to you, and I like rape your sister and murder her. And then you kill me. No one's going to be like, oh, well, now we've got to kill Neil, because it's recognized, like, well,
right.
You know, he crossed the line. He had it coming.
Okay. And you think putting your folks in pillories is enough of crossing the line that their gang might recognize he was out of order? Or do you need to, like, you know, do some propaganda or find some other, like, what I'm saying is, do you need more to push that point? Or do you think enough has happened that that's a viable narrative?
I think enough's happened. I think if we can kill him, we'll be seen on the level with the other groups, and then, like, the fact that he lured us there under false pretenses and then ambushed us is just so out of order.
Yeah,
it shows a lack of respect for you guys.
Yeah.
But to be fair, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here, right? I'm not trying to tell you how anything necessarily is, but to be fair, up until that point, you hadn't really had a name for yourself. You guys were keeping pretty low. You guys were, to them, the same as those people you just butchered near the Rooster's Cup, right? You were just random.
Yeah, they attacked us, though.
They did, but the relationship, like, you're not a force to be recognized, right? You're not you didn't have respect to begin with. You're earning your respect in the popular community now, right?
I agree, but killing Angus or somehow screwing him over will earn us that respect.
That's true.
We should probably get our friends back.
That's true.
And we know that they go to Copper Hill, and we know that they go to other places to do, like, business. We should probably set up an ambush on them for the road, Francine's car, and just fucking kill them all. And also get back at Angus. But we need to get our boys out.
Okay, so I'm seeing a couple objectives here. 1, get your boys out safe and sound. 2, kill Angus, particularly him, right? His minions don't really matter, but get Angus.
I don't think we
3,
have to kill him, but...
doesn't necessarily have to kill him. I mean, we could make him grovel, basically, in some way. Like, get a hostage of his and make him see the error of his ways and admit it. And that might be impossible, because, you know, dwarves, like, they're so stubborn. Like, he might literally rather die than give any ground at all.
So either kill him or like publicly shame him into so much weakness that like he would have to resign his position, essentially.
Yep.
Okay. Was there a third objective? No, it's just those two. Free your people, punish
I'd like to be
Angus.
left fucking
Get
alone.
revenge. Yeah.
Well, you're gangsters. You're robbing and murdering. You're never going to be left alone. Like, this is a
I
life
think
you've
it's fine.
chosen.
Well,
This is the
specifically the
life.
Copperheads to fucking leave us alone.
Yeah. Yeah, we robbed them once, and so they should leave you alone. That's fair.
Exactly.
That's fair. And when we kill
Fair's
him,
fair.
I'll say, at least Mickey put up a fight, you little bitch, and then I'll kill him.
Yeah, we need to find out where this guy lives, and we need to be a fucking assassins on his ass.
I think we're good assassins, actually. Probably
We
better
are.
than we are thieves.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, probably. Okay. These are achievable, clear objectives.
Yeah.
But first, we got to save your friends, right? Before we get
Yes.
Okay.
He had one thing
I don't
right,
think
Angus,
that's a big deal.
which is that we're stronger together.
Okay. Well, the next day, we can head back to Rusty's Hook, place you haven't been in a long time.
Can we go home first? I want to see the home before Rusty's Hook. I'm just anxious at what's happening.
Yeah, we go to the house first. We do the house in the morning, and then we go to Rusty's Hook in the afternoon.
Good.
Okay. Pull up my appropriate house music.
The dwarves in Snow White, they sing songs, don't they?
They
That's what I'm
do.
imagining. Yeah, that's what I'm imagining. They're singing.
All right. You come by your house, and it's under construction.
Good.
By which I mean the place is a mess. There's like tarps everywhere. There's stone lying around. There's piles of dirt. There's wheelbarrows. There's donkeys. But right now at this moment, there's actually just a bunch of dwarves sitting around. Maybe they're on break. Maybe who knows what's up. But they're mostly just sitting around their piles of stone. Just some of them look over at you. A lot of
What's going on here?
faces.
You guys taking a break?
Who the fuck are you? Says random dwarf number 5.
You're fucking boss. This is our house.
You? This is Racer's house. This is Percival's house. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Where's the girl? Where's Lemon?
Oh, her? He jerks the thumb into the inside of the building.
I'm Luther. This is Pigeon. We're part of Steel Team 6. We've had this conversation before, perhaps not with you.
Every fucking time, man.
Yeah. I've had it with you guys today.
They look a
You people.
little suspicious at you. They, the chick's inside, they say.
What are you fucking doing around? You should be working.
Yeah.
They shrug. Boss said take a break. We're taking a break.
Okay.
I go inside.
You head inside. There, in that first room, there's Lemon. She's got like 4 dwarves around her. One of them is like hunched over, then she's like using him as a footstool while she like sits in a chair. There's another dwarf who's got like a plate of grapes that she's like picking from. Another one is sort of standing by with a pitcher of water or liquor of some kind. And the 4th dwarf is standing in front of her, like juggling hammers.
Lemon, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, boys! And she like shoos these people away temporarily and hops up and like flounces over to you and throws her arms around you, Pigeon. You're back! I'm so glad to see you! Oh,
What?
how was,
Yeah, it really looked like
how
you were
was the
suffering.
Golden Sea?
It sucked. How's it been here?
Well, it's been, how can I say? Well, it's been very sad. Poor Sierra and Percival are over in the other side of the city, and I went to see them once, and they're not doing so great. They're trapped. They're locked up.
I know.
The horrors.
I know. We've just been over there.
Oh,
We're gonna get 'em out.
Was there a lock on it?
On
excuse
the
me?
pillory. How was
On
it
the
closed?
pillory. How was it closed?
I haven't the foggiest.
I knew it. I knew you wouldn't know.
Lemon, you're not distracting the dwarves too much, are you? It doesn't really look like too much has progressed while we've been gone.
Well, you see, the boss man came to me, and he said that the 2 of you had been driven out of town and everyone else was locked up, and that Steel Team 6 was essentially dissolved, and that the rest of the construction was sort of a moot point. And I told him, no, Luther and Pigeon are going to come back and they're going to rescue everyone. And this had better be finished on time.
That's
And,
right.
well, he said some unkind things that made it sound like you were going to die for certain, that you were going to be, turned into zombies and we'd never see you again.
Here I am in the flesh.
Joke's on him because we're still here.
Well, I managed to convince him to at least keep his men around and make some small token amount of work. And, you grease the right wheels and things keep moving. And they're not, she kind of gestures. A lot of them are taking their time now. Their hearts aren't in it anymore. There's not a lot of faith left in that this deal's going to be held up.
The foreman, is he still here?
No.
Okay.
You know where he is?
No.
All right. Well, Pigeon, let's go downstairs and take a look at how far they've gone. I would have, because if they've not made a start on the skeleton pit, I'm going to flip my lid. I start going downstairs.
We need to go talk to Malchus. They're not upholding their deal.
That's true, yeah. We do need to go and talk to Malchus.
Yeah.
I go downstairs though, Neil. I want to check the skeleton pit.
Well, first off,
complete.
the room that the treasury is left unguarded. Like, there's no one watching it whatsoever.
I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Yeah. Wait, the shit's still in there though.
Is my shit in there?
All of your wealth, the chest and everything is there. You flip open the thing. You don't have maybe like the best count of what was in there. It'd take you a while to count it all out. And it looks like Lemon was living a pretty decent life. But like the coffers aren't emptied. They might have been, someone might have like skimmed a little bit off the top,
Are my magic potions here? I don't know why they're not on the sheet, but we should have 3 or 2 of them.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna put them on the sheet.
What are those potions? I think we should have them on us.
There's I agree. There's an invisibility potion.
Okay.
And I don't remember the other 2 off the top of my head.
Can we find out, because I think we want to take them now.
Yeah.
Did we ever know what they were?
We got identified, right? We did
Malchus identified them. Yeah.
Because I'm certain that there's an invisibility potion. One of them he couldn't identify, and it was like a blue swirling liquid, I think. I have it somewhere. Oh, I have it here. Misty purple vapor, invisibility, a creamy buttery yellow, we don't know, and a white cloudy potion, we don't know.
There we go. That's right.
Okay.
And a dagger of throwing, which we know.
Which you've got. Well, I'm taking the invisibility potion. Since you got the dagger.
Yep.
Do you want to
I'll
take
take the other 2 potions, yeah. No, you should take them because I can't carry much weight.
Okay. So it's an it was cloudy white, buttery white.
Creamy buttery yellow. And a white cloudy potion.
Yeah. How much does potions weigh, Neil? 1.
1 pound.
I don't think that's true. I thought it was 2 or 5.
No, we'll just do 1 pound for these potions.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. I take that.
Um,
All right. Well, we need to go back to the grimy goblin.
We need to. Do you remember that fucking magic sword we had?
Oh,
The two-handed one? We need to fucking sell that.
It's an arming sword, right? It's not a two-handed sword.
It was a long sword.
Yeah,
Yeah,
armoring
armoring
sword.
sword. Yeah.
Same.
Are you gonna want this?
I mean, yeah.
No. We need to just go to the grimy goblin.
What do we
And
need
say-
coin for?
We need fucking money. We're running out.
We're sitting in a fucking treasury. There's thousands of gold here. If we run out of money, we can sell the sword. Until then, we're keeping it.
I fucking hate this stupid sword. You're doing the classic thing that you do in Skyrim of where you'll just fucking hold everything and not. We're never gonna use this sword. You're not gonna learn a long sword.
Right
proficiency.
now, it's useless. I will learn a longsword proficiency on my next level. Right now, there's no point selling it. We don't need the coin. If we need the coin, then yes, but we don't.
All right, I'm taking 200 platinum out of the hoard.
Listen, just be careful because we almost died trying to get back those gems that you brought with us.
And I'm putting 300 platinum into the hoard.
You took out
Or sorry, gold.
300 gold. Okay.
That's in. I'm putting 217 silver in there.
Okay.
Nick, get rid of whatever you need.
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
I'm also gonna put 7 gold in there because fuck it.
Adding silver right now.
Okay, I'm done touching it for now. Let me look at if there's anything else I need to add. Got these gems. Keep the gems. We have the potions. What's my encumbrance? 43. We're back to light. Got one throwing dagger, water skin. My leather armor's on me. I think I'm happy with that.
All right, so I'm seeing around 1,500 gold and change, maybe 1,600 gold in your treasury, and you needed to return 12,500.
There's also 3,500 in gems.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still, not even half.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to go to the Grimy Goblin.
Yeah.
Fuck, we could just... I really feel like we could sell the magic sword for that and then fucking just get our friends back and it'd be square. It'd be fucking even.
To whom would you sell a magic sword that wouldn't just kill you for it? Right? How would you sell that?
We're not selling our magic sword and giving all of our money to Angus. I'm sorry. I'd rather die.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah. Fuck this guy.
Let's go to the Grimy Goblin and figure out what's going on with the dwarves.
Yes, we need to go and see Malchus because this is bullshit. Or if not Malchus, the lady behind the bar, whose name maybe we have in our
Fiona.
NPC net. Is it Fiona?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The bartender is Fiona. She's got a badass magic sword.
Oh yeah.
It's the grimy gremlin.
That's what it is, gremlin. Oh, we also can tell them about the notes. Maybe they're interested.
Okay.
Anybody interested in correspondence from a princess of Drekas?
We'll let them know the situation we found it because I think that's the main thing that makes it interesting.
All right.
Okay. I think we
straight to the grimy gremlin.
Straight there.
Past that butcher's where they all sit outside, and then we go and I say to them like, "Can we go in?"
Yeah, there's a nod. You guys are your faces. As you head downstairs, let's just take a moment to recognize some changes that have happened here. Because as you've gone through Copperhead territory, the people of Copper Hill, of the Copperhead zone, kind of knew who you were. And the grimy gremlin folks, the people on watch know who you are. And many of the people at Rusty's Hook know who you are. And you were starting to build like a little community around yourself, around your house, of people who knew who you were. You're starting to gain some reputation. The Demon Slayers kind of know who some of you are on some level here. This is how you get deference. This is how you get respect, as if your name is known. However, that also puts a mark on you. The more people know you, the more people want something from you. The more people think they can take from you. But it also allows you to do things pretty easily. If those fuckers between the Demon Slayers and the Temple Guardians had known who you were, you think they would have stopped you? No. And you can wipe your boots with them, no problem, but they just take time. You know, they take days out of your life while you got to heal and bullshit like that. There's something to having reputation. It's dangerous, but it's lucrative. Anyway,
Absolutely.
We need to find a fighter and like actually hire them for around the fucking town security, I think.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a fighter.
You need minions. You need bodyguards.
We need fucking minions bad.
Yeah. You need to ascend from random thieves to people
Mob
to
bosses.
be respected, to be feared, to be treated with dignity. So no one does this bullshit anymore in the future. You need prestige. Anyway,
Worldwide.
you come on in to the grimy gremlin. Sure
I've
enough.
got a mean look on my face. I'm looking annoyed. Like I'm not in a disrespectful way, but I'm pissed off.
I'm pissed.
And I go straight to the bar.
Yeah, let's see. On this day, Fiona is behind the bar, and there's one other patron, just one quiet person, an older lady, seated very near to the front door, in the closest spot to the front door. Fiona, with her daggers, sees you. Mm-hmm.
Give her a nod and then go over and say, Fiona, where's Malchus? We need to talk.
She puts a hand in the air. He's doing something somewhere. I can leave a message for him.
This is urgent.
The dwarves have stopped working on our place.
Yeah.
I can leave
Apparently
a message
they thought
for
we
him.
were dead.
Thank you.
You know, I mean, we're going to stay here till he gets here. Because we need to sort this shit out immediately. Right now, our treasure is unguarded. The dwarves are just hanging around. They're not even working. We made a deal for a reason.
You sound angry.
I am angry. We almost, we almost died out there and we come back and everyone's taking the piss.
She pours you a drink, not a single drink, but she pours one fluid in, takes a different bottle, pours a different fluid in, grabs something from under the bar, puts another thing in it, hands each of you a little cocktail in a small glass tumbler.
That makes me feel better. Thank you.
If you want to stay here until he gets the message, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
It might be a while. Could be hours, could be days, could be weeks. I don't know where he is. I don't know when he comes by, but I'll leave a message.
We got a whole problem. Our friends are in the fucking Copperheads territory in a pillory. We got people jerking us around, and we're sorry for coming in here with an attitude.
If not Malchus, the foreman, the head dwarf who's in charge of the workers, could do with speaking to him as well if that's easier.
I'll leave a message. You want to stay here, or should I tell him to go by your house?
No, we'll stay here.
I also have business if you're interested.
Let's wait to speak to Malchus.
I don't know why you think he's gonna just show up. He's got a busy life, Luther. He doesn't revolve around us and our time.
He took our priceless artifact. Least he could do is have a conversation.
He's probably busy, man. It's gonna be hours or days.
Again, sit down.
You can sit. You got time. You got to heal anyway. You're just gonna be sitting drinking here or drinking somewhere else, right? Or maybe guarding your treasure. Who knows?
If Pigeon's restless, he can go and send some kids to go and watch the guys.
I'll leave him here because Luther's he's acting crazy. He's acting like the fucking king of the roost when he's literally might as well be dog shit, very barely in this building, and he's coming in here with a fucking attitude. He's acting crazy.
These people this is out of order what they're doing.
Sure, it's not them, it's a dwarf who did this. You got a thing against dwarves, man. You're acting crazy. You were acting crazy in the fucking.
I don't think that the
Copperhead territory too
would have stopped them working without orders from above. So, I want answers. I'm staying here. You can
Rusty's
go.
Hook. I'll hire some people.
Who wants to make 10 gold?
I go in before you go into that. I will go and sit eventually with the old woman and have a conversation with her once I get bored of sitting on my own.
All right, so you head over to Rusty's Hook. We're gonna do that one first for just a moment. You got plans. You're gonna go get these kids. You're gonna get them to start spying. You got all this stuff that's gonna happen. You walk into Rusty's Hook. It's late. It's not that late. Like the sun is down, but the vibe is up. There's people all over the place. This is not up enough. There's people all over the place having a good time in here. There's some shows, there's some dancing, there's deals happening under the tables. And there she is. There's Patricia. You've forgotten all about her. And as she's like coming over with a couple of drinks, she sees you walk in and her eyes like light up. She sets them down on a table, not the table they go to, obviously. And she like hurries over to you, Pigeon, and puts her arms around your neck and goes, Pidgey! I thought you were dead. Everyone said you were dead.
Yeah, they might have wished I was dead.
What happened?
But I'm not. Ugh. I don't want to talk about work.
Okay, I got to get back. You have a seat. I'll come find you as soon as I'm done, and you can tell me what's going on.
I got shit to do. I can't just be around here. I'm just here for business. But how about I come by Thursday?
As long as you don't die before then.
All right. Hey, which idiots in this bar want a fucking job?
You are quickly swarmed by 2d8 young recruits. 9 of these youths come up to you. 2 dwarves, 5 humans, a half-elf, and a halfling.
Oh,
Half elf. Interesting.
got a whole fucking fellowship here.
Okay.
All right, hella. Is this the fucking Lord of the Rings?
I could be a lord.
All right,
Be the Lord of your ring.
Which one of you is our fighter? Like, who's a good fighter here?
All the hands go up. Even the gnomes or a halfling's hand.
Okay. You.
I'm sending the half elf, the halfling, and you said a human?
Yeah.
I'm sending the humans, the half elf, and the halfling.
You guys go. I need you to go to Copperhead territory, and I need you to find out this type of information. A, the pillory that Steel Team 6 is in. You need to be incognito, so no one knows you're doing this, but I need to know if there's locks on them, or if it's just like a wood thing that you gotta knock out. I need you to ask him, cause I need you to talk to a racer, find out which one he is, and then ask him what his plan is to get out of here, because we all know that he's been thinking of one for the last fucking few weeks. And then I need you to bring that back to me. I need you to also figure out if there's any beef going on in the Copperhead territory.
We also, I know that I'm not there, but I would have said this earlier. Find out like what the guard situation is like. Is anyone actually watching them at night? Like, could we do this at night and get them out? And secondly, I wonder if we should try and like give them some food so that they've got a little bit of strength for when we bust them out and we could be on a run.
You
I point to the human.
need to feed them and give them water when no one's looking. And I need you to figure out if they're here 24/7 or if they get moved to a second location at night. I'm sure a racer will have actually probably have a plan. I think that's what I think he's got something cooking.
He's probably still fucking enamored with that girl.
No.
And you dwarves.
I look at their weapons. What do they have?
These youths so eager, so ready to be players in the grand game, yet keenly aware that if they carry weapons, they're just going to get robbed and stolen. They're all unarmed.
Got it.
They're young. But they're eager.
I think Luther's gonna like you. You guys ever do bodyguard work?
I've seen a lot of bodies in my time, lad. Ain't no one ever touched a body that was mine. He like jostles his friends.
Okay. You dwarves, you're gonna just start coming around with us and you're gonna be hang-arounds, and we're gonna pay you. But we need you to guard us, so you're gonna have to start carrying weapons.
Their eyes go big. You want us to be part of your gang?
You're gonna be not members of Steel Team 6, but you're going to be underlings.
Y'all with Steel
under
Team
our
6, huh? I hear you're down a bunch of members. There's two of us dwarves. I got some brothers and sisters. We could make a whole new 6 for ya.
No, we don't. No. You're just gonna guard us for now, okay? Just when we're walking around town, I want you there.
What's the pay?
What do you want? A month.
Hey, I need to just look at basic.
I want to hire the fucking family, okay? I want 24/7 in theory protection. So if Yin and Yang here need to go to fucking bed, then I want Susie and Billy taking the other shift.
How well? The going rate for like hiring a light footman, which is essentially what these people are going to be.
They better
not
be.
quite. Like light footman is actually a proper trained person, but here we are in like the seedy underbelly of things. The amount that you would pay for these people is going to be like 750 copper a month, 7 gold, 5 silver a month per person. So how
Fucking
many
deal, right?
do you
4?
want? 4?
We'll call it 8 gold times 4. That's 32 gold a month for 24.
Just call it 30 gold because that's what it is.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 30 gold a month for 4 people to fucking guard us, 2 on each shift.
2 in the morning, 2 in the evening.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, I'll pay him the week's wages up front and tell him to get me 2 more fucking dwarves, get some gear, and meet us at our place. And I give him the address.
Got it.
I'm taking it off my sheet. We'll just move it into expenses, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, I won't take it off yet. We'll expense it at the end of the month.
All right, I've added bodyguards to your monthly expenses. Once you free Steel Team 6, if you still have the bodyguards, it'll be 705 gold a month for your living expenses.
Jesus.
The number that he has, Nick, is so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you guys live big, right? You get
we might
new
need
clothes.
to tone it down. We're gonna probably have to tone it down, but we can figure that out when we get everybody back.
Sounds like you just need to work a little harder.
Because that's $70,000 a month that's being spent in money. That's
To
insane.
be big ass gangsters, yeah. It's an expensive lifestyle.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're gonna be paying that, we need fucking full on guards. Because 30 gold is actually not that bad.
All right.
All right.
You send these kids off. The 3 that you sent, they say to get all this information, it'll take them a week. And they want... Oh, I closed my sheet. They're not risking their lives, so they want 2 silver, so 100... Where's my math over here? They want a gold and a half each. So that's 45 silver to hire these 3 kids to get this information.
Which is 4.5 gold.
Yeah.
All right, I'll add 5 silver to my sheet and remove 5 gold. So I'm at 45 gold.
Perfect. Done.
Perfect.
All right. And they're off.
For
The 2 dwarves,
this,
one of the
can it
dwarves
be
will stay with you, and the other dwarf is going to go get the other 2.
For little stuff like this, could it be worked into our monthly expenses versus bodyguards? That obviously needs to up it. But little,
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for the bodyguards, we'll count them as monthly expenses, but for messengers and hiring little people, as long as it doesn't get out of hand, I think
Can be
monthly
worked
expenses
in.
is fine. Yeah.
If we have 100 people out there at a day, we need to pay. But if it's
Yeah.
5 people each month, who cares?
Give
All right,
yourself back that 4.5 gold.
I gave it back.
All right. The dwarves are one dwarf is gonna go get the rest of the bodyguards. The other 2 are the other one is gonna sit with you, hang out with you. Yeah. He puts out a grubby, dirty
Come on, we're
dwarven
getting
hand. My name is Cutter. Happy to be
Cutter.
working with you.
It's Pigeon. We're gonna go back to a place, and I'm gonna need you to. I'm gonna drop you straight off. You can drink on me and just stay there, and I'll come grab you when I'm done.
He nods. Where are you gonna take him?
I'm going to take him a road or 2 away from the grimy gremlin,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to leave him. Tell him
Yeah.
to go get some fucking beers, and I'll meet him back wherever he's going to
Yeah.
go.
It would be inappropriate to bring him there. It might
It'd be cringe.
Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile, back on the other side, Luther, you were going to talk with this old woman hanging out in the grimy
I think I
gremlin.
stew on my own for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Have a couple of drinks, but when I calm down and loosen up a little bit, I will, as I'm going to the bar to get another drink and I turn back around to go to the table, I kind of come up to the edge of her table and I say, you want some company?
She looks at you.
I flash her a smile. Name's Luther.
She gives a single nod and kind of uses a foot to kick the leg of a chair so it moves open, giving you room.
Yeah. I pull it out and sit down, and then I offer a handshake. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, she'll reach out some old gnarled fingers with immaculately kept nails to shake your hand. Her hands are soft, gentle, like they haven't, been working hard tools a lot.
Mm. What's your name?
Barbara Ann.
Nice to meet you, Barbara. Like I said, my name's Luther. You from Stromheim?
Oh, I am, lad.
I have to say, your hands are a bit soft for someone living out here.
She
You
gets
from the
a,
inner city?
Oh, no. I'm an outer city girl all my life.
Oh, I just got back from outside the city. But what are you doing here? What's
Well,
your
right now I'm having a little quiet drink while I wait for an associate. What's your business?
I got a deal with there's a wizard that hangs out here. You know him, Malchus?
She nods her head. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm aware of the man. Haven't worked with him myself.
I found something that almost made his eyes pop out of his head, so we made a little deal, but I need to speak to him.
What sort of deal? If you don't mind my asking, you can, of course, say it's none of my business. It's respectable.
No, well, he's got a veritable legion of dwarfs that are meant to be building out a base for me and my nephew in the dungeon lair.
You're talking about Spade.
That's the name, yeah, Spade.
Mm-hmm.
You know where he is?
No, couldn't say.
You seen him around these parts?
I think he was here last week. I came in for a... How do you say? I came in to turn in my homework. The chap was there. We had a nice little chat. He was very friendly.
For a dwarf, yeah, he's quite nice. I look her up and down, Neil. Is she carrying weapons? Does she look like a sorcerer or a cleric or...
She's got sort of like... You ever see old pictures of like old women in the Soviet Republic, and they've just got like lots of like clothes on them to keep them warm, and it's sort of unshapely, and it's just kind of like a mess of layers to keep yourself protected, like a headscarf that goes over you. Yeah, she's got that, like, I'm trying to insulate myself from the elements, or that I'm like kind of cold. It's really bulky. If she's got weapons, they might be like tucked in, but she's not wearing anything openly. She actually doesn't look particularly intimidating.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not the case, though. Make some small talk, and after a while, I'll say, so, you've always lived in Stromheim?
Oh, well, for the most part, a little trip here, a little trip there. I go on lots of vacations, as I like to call them.
Oh, that
Visit
sounds
all sorts of
interesting.
places. Yes.
Where have you been?
Oh, recently? I was in High Castle a couple of weeks ago. Let's see, a month before that, I was in Crownhold. Earlier in the summer, I was in Wicthron Renta. This time last year, I spent a couple of weeks in Unyaka and Abankai.
Oh my, you do get around. What is it you do in these places? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm a tourist. I make my way. I deliver friendly messages. I keep an eye out. I find all sorts of little tidbits from left and right, and everyone has things they want to know, and I make it easy.
That actually reminds me. So, like I said, I've been out of the city myself recently. Nowhere as exotic as Wicthron Renta or Crownhold. But I was heading over to Fortune. You know it?
Oh, miserable place. Try to avoid it like the plague.
Yeah, I won't be going back anytime soon. But while I was there, I did a little bit of sightseeing myself. I went to this small town outside Fortune. Had a little look around in the Lord Lady's bedchambers, if you know what I mean. Give her a wink.
Mm-hmm.
Found something pretty interesting, though. In a safe, hidden behind a picture. Seems kind of mundane to me, but maybe you could make something of it. And I pull out the envelope from my jacket. And I open it up and hand her one of the letters.
Yeah.
And say it's correspondence between somebody called Lady Princess Sella Sulwick and a Lady Pine.
Yeah, she takes the paper in her hands, slightly jiggle as she does. She holds it in front of her face, scanning the words. Oh, well, She sets it down quickly, reading the page in a flash. Sounds very ordinary.
Yeah, but like I said, there's a whole back and forth here. I read the whole thing. It's just, like you said, ordinary, but why would it be in a safe hidden behind a picture? Maybe there's more to it.
Might be onto something there, young man.
But, you said you deal in information, right? There's a dwarf in Copper Hill territory. Mr. Smelter, you know him?
Oh, Angus. Oh, what a lovely chap. Yes.
Lovely. He's not so sure about that one. He's been a thorn in my side for a while now.
All roses have their thorns.
Yeah. Well, no offense if you're his friend, but I'm looking to learn a bit more about this Angus guy. Maybe find about, what family he's got maybe in Copper Hill. What he values. He's got something of mine, you see. Is that something that you could help me with?
It is. But an old woman like me needs a good life savings. I can find the information you need for certain, but it will cost you.
Well, let's get down to brass tacks then. What are you, what's your going rate?
Depends on what you need and how hard it is to get. Information is power, knowledge is power, and that's what I deal in. So,
well, like I said,
yeah?
I need some leverage over the geezer. He's got something of mine, and I need some negotiation power, if you catch my drift.
What does he have of yours? It matters.
Some friends of mine.
His hostages?
Yeah, keeping them in pillories outside Francine's.
And you want an equal amount of leverage or something?
Something like that, yeah. A brother, a sister, a kid. Maybe someone in Copper Hill that we could go and get hold of.
Something that you could use to negotiate the release of your companions.
That's it. You can see you've been down this road before.
Well, it is my trade.
We could do a retainer. I could give you some coin. You could go out and find out some information, and then we could talk about price then.
Perhaps. Now, in my business, what I find is that there are two ways we can do this. There is pure information, and then there is refined intelligence. Far more useful, but takes a little more context. For example, she says, sipping her beverage, if you and your men have angered Mr. Angus, and he took your people and held them hostage and told them to, told you to pay back the money, and that's all there is to the story, well, the leverage you need might be one thing or another. His motivations matter. If, on the other hand, you have a long history with the Mr. Angus that goes back, then there might be deeper-seated things. The approach might be different. So if you want this information, I need to hear your story. I need to know everything about your relationship with Mr. Angus and his associates, so I can appropriately compile the right bit. I can give you the right context. You might, if you're just a random to him, then any of his children would be fine. But if he has a particular distrust for you, maybe only his best child will work. Or maybe if he has a certain past relationship with your family, maybe a wounded or ill child of his might elicit sympathies.
Yeah, well...
If you have time, I'd love to hear your story, and then I can provide the best tools available.
Like I said, I'm waiting for Malchus or Spade anyway, so I'm going to be here a while. I've got time. So
we can hand wave it because she wants everything.
Yeah.
She wants your whole backstory.
I will tell her, like, I'm not gonna, like she said, knowledge is power. I feel like in a way she's just learning about us so she can sell that information on to someone else in the future. So I try and be a little bit cautious, but I will tell her about Steel Team 6 and about the robbery we did on Francine. And I'll mention the shitting because I think that's a key part of why he is upset, is that we didn't just steal from him. You know, we made them look like fools.
Do you mention Mickey?
Yeah.
Do you mention those those people that you beat up and left in an alleyway? There was a couple of Steel Teams, not Steel, some Copperheads.
Yeah, that happened in Redcoat territory. Yeah, I tell her that as well.
Yeah. Do you tell her that your sister used to work at the Old Vic?
Yeah.
And you tell her about that you've got Pigeon is with you. Okay.
Yeah, and when she was speaking, you know, she said, you own the money or whatever, and you've got any family connections. Like, I get the impression that she might have already known a lot of this. Am I, like, did you misspeak? Because I didn't say that to her.
I didn't misspeak.
I get the feeling she knows more than she's letting on, but I'll tell her, I tell her everything pertaining to Angus and the Copperheads.
Yeah. I mean, if she really is the good information broker that she says she is, she might know a whole bunch of information and then just plays it really dumb all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Because that way, you know, if you leave out details, all of a sudden if you leave out details that she knows, all of a sudden she knows that's an important thing for you, right? So it's to her advantage to play her cards close to her chest. But you sounds like you share all of the things about.
She's in here, so as far as someone like this goes, she's about as trustable as they could be, right? You know, like she is a pitman, she's in the same circles as me, so
yeah,
this is a trusted place. People who do business here have some sort of code together, so I'll trust her enough to say that.
Okay. I would like you to make me a charisma check.
Yes, sir. 24.
Okay, cool. You share this information, and as you're sharing it, Pigeon will come back. He'll come on down the stairs, and you'll see there's Luther sitting next to this old woman.
I'm gonna go and talk to the bartender. So do your thing, and then I'll have a conversation with her.
Yeah. Well, let's do Fiona because he's gonna talk for a while. Like there's a lot of back and forth and swapping of stories. What do you have to say to Fiona?
Hey there, Fiona. I'm here to talk business.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know a lot of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know any?
And I'm trying to gauge her reaction. I want a fucking perception check on this one because all I'm looking for is like some tweaking of the face. I'm not trying to read how she feels about it. I'm just trying to see if there is like like something, you know?
Yeah, that's still going to be a charisma check.
Yeah.
That's still
Yeah, but it maybe would be a bonus versus trying to discern her thoughts.
Well, because people's faces are, you know, always moving. People scratch their nose or their cheek or whatever. They brush their hair out of their way. Like, we all learned in COVID that we touch our face a lot.
No, I get that. But if you're trying to read someone's face as to whether they're reacting positively or negatively, that would be a charisma check. Whereas if you're just trying to see if there's a reaction, that might be a charisma check with a +2 because it's technically easier to say whether there's a reaction, but I don't know whether it was one way or another.
I'm merely looking for like a movement of the brow, an eye like recognition, or like the scrunkles on the face.
Mm-hmm.
Just something. But I'll just do it.
What's the question?
Do you know anybody who'd be interested in correspondence with the Princess of Drekas?
Solwick.
I would have said Solwick, sorry.
What sort of correspondence?
I shrug.
It was behind a painting, so I can't read. So I assume that it was well hidden. I assume it's something juicy.
She
Here's my charisma check.
kind of looks up towards the ceiling and thinks for a moment.
I'll explain how it was hidden. How like we had broken in, and I'll make it a little bit fancier than actually what it is. Of like,
you know, we broke into a keep. And inside, the person who was there, who was the Lord, was gone. So we went into her room and we stole this.
And I'll show the stiletto that's finally made.
As well as a bunch of jewelry. And the thing that seemed to be the most hidden was this.
And explain the false back on the painting.
Yeah. She says, well, without knowing the specifics, I couldn't say anyone who might want it. She looks over your shoulder. That lady right there might be a good source for you.
Okay. Well, thank you, ma'am.
And I'll go over there.
Okay. Yeah, you sit down.
I'll leave her, money.
Sure.
Can come out of the expenses.
Yeah. You get some drinks. The old woman is, engrossed in your story. Mm-hmm.
This is my nephew, Pigeon.
Hello, she says, reaching
this
out
is
a
Bob Brown.
old hand with immaculate nails.
Hello, beautiful.
Oh,
20?
what a charmer.
I'll sit down.
See right through my disguise.
I can tell. Too magical.
So anyway, we came around the corner and they just started shitting everywhere. And then we drew our swords. Anyway.
I've heard about this incident. Quite
good.
the chat.
Yeah, well, it was a sight, let me tell you.
Well, how about I meet you back here in a week? And I'll see what I can do for you.
All right, that sounds like a plan. And hey, Barbara, while you're here, do you know anyone who knows ciphers? Things like that? Like who might be able to work out if there's something more to these letters?
Well, information is power, and I deal in power. Information is often hidden and obscured, and that's where I deal as well.
So I'm, to me, these don't mean much. If you want them, could form part of payment, or if you want to look at them for me and come back, I'd be happy to pay a little for that.
Do I understand that you're either selling these to me or buying my interpretations of them?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
So you've only shown her the one letter, right? She hasn't.
Yeah. If she's interested, I'll show her that. I'll show her more.
Show her the one, but show her like the stack of the other ones.
Yeah,
right?
I think she saw them. I took them out and I
Yeah.
gave her one letter. So
Then yeah.
they're probably on the table in front of me, in fact.
She looks at them. Well, be happy to buy them off of you, but considering how bland the first one was, I don't think I can pay very much.
Well, in that case, we'll keep hold of him. Can you help me decipher them?
Trustworthy.
Oh yeah.
Put me in touch with a cipher expert or something like that, or maybe you can take them away and have them looked at yourself, and we can talk about it in a week.
I could do that. Are you prepared
All
for
right.
the possibility that there's nothing more to them than meets the eye?
Yeah.
Of course, but I trust that if there is something, you won't keep it from me.
No, of course not. That's how I do my business. I wouldn't want to undermine my market.
Well, I will take out a bag. I don't have enough gold on me. I give her a bag of 20 gold, along with the letters. And I'll say, obviously, it's going to cost more than this, but, just to set things in motion until next week.
Okay, we'll talk in a week. I'll bring information, and you should bring payment.
You want to tell me ballpark how much I should be bringing? We can obviously
For these
negotiate
ciphers?
terms.
For
And
these
for the
ciphers,
information.
this 20 will do.
Okay.
For the information about dear old Mr. Smelter, a little more expensive. And, like all things, I can only promise to do the work and provide the truth. If the truth is he's a sad old man with no friends or family nor love, it costs the same as if I can lay a perfect solution on your platter. You understand?
I understand. I'm sure a man like Smelter has enough skeletons in his closet.
Smiles broadly.
So,
I think
the gold.
Oh no. No. A man like this, it's a very important figure in town. Quite a bit more than that. 5 times that price, actually.
Okay. Well, I'll see you in a week.
Excellent. I
right.
am still waiting for a friend. I'm happy to continue chatting with you until then.
Yes,
But
let's.
I must maintain my position.
I'm going to get another drink. Do you want another one?
Please, whatever you're having will be fine.
They head back to the bar and get a pint of stout, Neil, if they've got that.
They do.
There we go.
Yes,
have
because they serve the
any
worst beers
interest
available.
in magic items? Are you a wizard?
He says this while I'm not at the table.
Yeah.
Magic items? Wizards? No, well, I'm not a wizard. Magic items? Depends on the item. I mean, who isn't enthralled by magic?
You seem worldly. Do you know potions maybe by look? We have 2 that we don't know what they do.
Oh.
If the wizard didn't know what they were.
I'm...
Not true.
I'd be happy
Adventurers
to look
would,
at them,
you know.
but potions are not my expertise. These things are
What are you an
so
expert in?
few and gossip, rumors, knowledge of what's happening far away, people's personal lives. I'm more into the humanistic side of information. I couldn't
We
tell you
have
how to
stuff
build
too,
a
if
sword
you're
or craft a
interested.
potion. What do
We're
you
good
mean?
at things.
I
And-
come back from the bar with the beer, the stout, and put them down.
Yeah, I'm the best lock picker in the world. I can open a king's tomb. I can open any door.
Hey,
So
the
if
kid's
you
not
need anything
lying.
open, let me know.
Look at his gangly little fingers. It's unnatural.
Oh. Unfortunately, I have so few locks to pick. I will keep it in mind.
Yeah, tell your friends. I'll open them for a fee, but I can open anything.
That's actually not a bad little moneymaker because there's got to be loads
Not
of
at
people
all.
robbing chests that need opening.
And I think what we should do instead of just like charging 10 gold to open it,
It's like a
maybe
fee,
even
a
charge
percentage.
5%. You know,
Yeah. Nah, more than that, I reckon.
10%.
Come on, if it
max.
was the other way around, they'd ask for like 20.
That's true. If someone if we could have had a
Yeah.
thing that we couldn't open, that we didn't
Yeah.
know if it was magic or whatever,
100%. They
we
probably
would
want half.
definitely do 20%. We would,
Would
do
you
20.
pay 20%?
I think they'd ask for half and then we'd settle on 20.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. We drink the evening away.
Yeah, eventually someone comes on in. A few more people will come in. It is... Let me roll the dice.
Let's add Barbara Ann to the list of people.
It's a halfling that comes in with like big puffy cheeks. He's like 3.5 feet tall. Kind of an older halfling guy. And he kind of puffs his way into the room and looks at the two of you sitting down at the table with Barbara Ann and goes, "Bah! Look up here, tall fellows. I need a word with the lady."
Ah. I knew my luck was going to run out eventually. Well, Barbara Ann, if this man doesn't make you happy, you know where to find me. And
was a
I'll
pleasure.
I take her hand and like kiss her hand, and then I'll stand up from the table and move over to the other side of the bar.
She gives like an adorable little cackle as the two of you
As
head
we
off.
walk away from the bar, I whisper to Pigeon, say, "See if you can see what they're saying."
Yeah, actually, I will lip read them. We'll get in a
Yeah.
proper spot.
Oh, okay. Now, you can get in a spot where you could read both of their lips. Go ahead and give me a lip reading check. You're within 30 feet. It's sort of dim in here, but it's fine. Ooh, a 17
fine.
on the die.
Damn, we're lucky.
Unfortunate.
What
2
are you
on the
gonna do?
natural. Yeah. You can't quite pick it up. Looks like Barbara Ann, she's got that headscarf that goes over, and as she's talking, she just kind of like gently pulls it a little bit, blocking her face, and
She's not stupid. Yeah.
the halfling's got like a big mustache that kind of blocks his lips a little
It's a
bit. And
halfling.
you're just
Do I get 2?
no, it's just
curious
one for the
future.
conversation.
Okay, so
yeah.
in the future, it's just 1 for the combo mix. sense.
Yeah, I think
if
that's
anybody
just-
comes in and talks to the bartender, I'll try and read that, but I doubt it.
Yeah, there will be someone that comes into the bartender. Their back will be to you, but you could read Fiona's lips. Oh
Never
my
mind.
God, it's
Not
a
a
bad
day.
day.
You're having a bad
Okay.
day for it.
Having a bad day.
Okay,
That's fine.
I mean, we hang around for the rest of the night. I'm not going to stay here overnight. But I
Right.
do intend to come back tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you about the dwarves that I picked up and how they're going to be bodyguards and how they only cost us 30 gold a month. We'll
Really?
get
Dwarves?
Yeah.
There was no one else?
No one else was there.
I am having the worst weekend.
Good, they're good. And it's a whole family, so we're helping out a family.
Oh, great. I mean, that really makes me feel so much better. They say happy people have twice as many children.
I think Eraser's probably got a plan. So I sent some people to go talk to him and for him to tell us the plan.
That's actually good. That's a good plan.
Good thought, yeah.
That's a good plan. Race has probably got a plan. Yeah. I wonder if maybe you think they move them at night?
I think so. Well, there's probably a second location. There always is.
Maybe that's when we should get them out then.
When they're moving.
When they're
them.
being moved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, what are we gonna? You think we kill them? You think we just knock the people out? I think we fucking kill them.
I think we do what we have to. I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna lose
Bitches
any
gotta
sleep.
know.
Yeah.
These hoes are not loyal.
All
Sounds-
right. Well, I think that's going to be it for our session today. When we come back next time, we're going to have information to the question about how do the pillories lock? What is Eraser's plan? Is there any beef within Copperhead territory? What sort of guards are watching them at night? Do they move at night or are they there 24/7? We're also going to see if we can get some food to Eraser and these other fellows. And we're going to find out Barbara Ann's story. At least her story about Angus and what he might value, what sort of leverage you might be able to get on him. And we'll have 2 new dwarven friends to hang out with, one of whom is named Cutter. Actually, there's 4 dwarves.
And the cipher, potentially, the notes.
Right. And the cipher. Thank you.
The cipher is interesting to me. There's
Yeah. I mean,
definitely a chance there's nothing.
she seemed to agree that there was a bit weird that it
You
was locked in
don't-
the safe.
You don't hide your shit like
Not
that.
like that.
No, not like that.
Not like that.
I could see it being like in a desk or somewhere, you know,
Yeah.
like behind some stuff, but not behind your fucking painting.
I mean, maybe if it was like details of trade or marriage gossip, then maybe you would hide it. But it was so mundane that, like, why would
Maybe
you hide
talking
it?
against Emmerich or the Queen.
Yeah.
See that.
Mm.
Because like there was quite a lot of correspondence there. So she's writing and reading these letters often. So they're in a really inconvenient place to get to if it's something that you're using a lot. So there
Yeah.
has to be a good reason for it.
But letters from traveling that distance would take weeks. You're not going to
Yeah.
pick them up every day.
Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, but in responding to the letter, you might look at it over
Yeah.
a couple of days, right? So
Yeah.
you might be looking at them more than regularly. Anyway,
That's true. No,
Yeah.
there's something sketchy going on there, isn't there?
yeah.